Yeah, let's do this. All right, welcome to another episode of Whattup World Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, a.k.a. The Coco Kid. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, all that other shit. To the right of me, as always.
Fred, you can find me at Twitter at Big Head Fred. Find me on Instagram, Big Head Fred. And, yeah, TikTok. I said I was going to put up TikTok, but I still haven't made it.
Yeah.
I just made it, like, yesterday, and I don't know the name of it. But, yeah. But I'll put it up. I'll put it up this time.
That's one of those things. Like, I try really hard to stay off social media, but I get sucked into it, mostly because of the podcast, really.
Right.
I don't have anything to put up, like, because I'm doing so much, but I'm doing so much, like, back-end stuff that no one really cares about. Mm-hmm. It's not like I'm doing anything fun. Like, I was going to go to Sean's show last night.
Oh, you didn't go?
No, man, I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, there's no point in lying about it. I could have made up an excuse, but with the kids and then like everything else going on, it was just like, man, I'm not.
Yeah, I would have went, but I was in Louisiana, so.
Yeah, at least you have a legitimate excuse.
Yeah.
Probably might shoot out the Lolas tonight and see them there, and then maybe do 5. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. It's so hard for me to get away from that from stuff. There's so much shit going on, you know. So yeah, that plus plus my alcohol addiction.
You've been drinking
over.
alcohol?
No.
I was about to say.
I never drink. I just made up some shit.
I was like, wait, what?
I was gonna say meth, but then it was like, oh, people actually might take that
seriously.
So I'll just start with alcohol because it's no one cares. Is it weird that like alcoholics get a bigger break than meth heads?
Mm-hmm. Because alcohol is, I guess, legal.
Well, yeah. Well, technically, meth is too. I mean, you think about it. That's what Ritalin is.
Yeah. But I don't know.
That's what was it? Mark Plata when I was on. He made a really good joke. It was I was on Crux podcast and we were talking, and he goes he was like yeah, because it's basically just diet meth. And I was like, it is. It's exactly what it is. It's what Adderall and all that shit is. Yeah. If you look up the chemical compound, the breakdown of it, it's online. You can go find it. The only thing that's difference between methamphetamine and Adderall, Ritalin, and all that is sugar.
So you get, because meth, is that the one you shoot into your blood? So you could literally.
Or you smoke out of they have these little pipes with this little ball at the end. Yeah. It has a little hole in it. They call them bolos. They smoke stuff out of that, or they'll just do it off of a like a little square piece of foil. Yeah, so I've watched a lot of people smoke meth before. So I grew up in the hoods. It's kind of hard to.
So you can literally do that with Adderall.
Yeah, you can do that with Adderall too. Just crush up the pills, put the shit in there, or they'll shoot it and whatever. Same thing they do with meth. Is because that's all it is. If you add sugar to meth, you get Ritalin. Yeah. Look, it's like chemically broken down. It's the same. It's the exact same. There's not a whole lot of difference.
Why is Ritalin legal then?
Because it's backed by a pharmaceutical company. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with health or anything.
But isn't medical marijuana backed by a pharmaceutical company? So
no. Yeah, well, maybe. I mean, they do all the trials and studies, which I find funny. It's the same thing with the food industry. It's like, hey, we're going to do all of the studies for you to let you know it's safe.
Right.
That doesn't raise any alarms. Like, shouldn't the government be doing that?
Right.
Like, not you guys. But they're just like, no, this is perfectly safe. And then like 10 years down the road, it's like, if you or one of your loved ones have suffered from, you get that shit late at night, 2:00 in the morning, you're like, oh my God, I have mesothelioma.
Right. I remember they did that with the Bluebell ice cream.
That was the worst one. It was Listeria.
Yeah, it was funny because I had Bluebell ice cream in the fridge, and I was like,
"Were you checking the serial number on it?"
Nah, I just threw it away. I was like, "Fuck it."
Oh no, that wouldn't have been.
I let the commercial get to my mind.
When they talked about Bluebell shutting down, I was like, "Oh shit, no, not that." Like,
really?
Yeah.
I didn't
when it happened, and all that Listeria stuff was going on. They were on the news talking about they might go bankrupt.
Oh, see, I didn't hear that part.
And then right after that, I'm sorry, I guess I'm kind of like a weird sinus thing going on today. But
me too.
Right after that, they finally got it under control and got right back to making it.
Damn.
And now we're Listeria free. But then there was a second outbreak too. There was a second outbreak, and then right after that, it was like, okay, it's gone. Remember when people were walking up and just licking ice cream?
Yeah.
Remember that shit? Remember
yeah.
that bitch that did that and started that whole thing?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
Man.
glad.
I would check the seals
All right.
every time I went to ice cream. Like every time I went to grab it. Ask my wife, she'll tell you.
There's one time I opened it, right, and it didn't have a seal on it, and I was like, open another one, it had a seal, and I was just like, someone licked this, and I put that bitch right back in the front. It was like, I'm not buying this shit. Fuck that. They ain't gonna get me.
Who the fuck? Like, why? I never understood the point of that. What was the point of licking the ice cream?
I don't know. I think it was one of them things that, I'm about to do something. It's like, what's that guy who used to, Boot Gang, who used to do weird, crazy shit just for the internet? Even though now he's like a professional boxer. But
Yeah, I know who you're talking. I know who you're talking about.
It's that thing where he's just like, I'm gonna do something crazy for views, I guess. No, I'm not.
Jackass stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, basically. Yeah, because Jackass, that's who really.
That's literally all they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think those people got paid for being on that shit though. Like the people, the people that was like civilians, I'm pretty sure they paid them to just.
I don't know. We won't find out for another 10 years.
Really?
You know how it goes. Like, you remember Pimp My Ride?
Mm. Oh, yeah.
And then you find out later on down the line it was all fake.
Fake, yeah.
Same thing with MTV Cribs. It was all fake. They would put them in these houses that they don't even fucking know shit about. Which should have been a red flag because they were more surprised about some of the stuff in the house than we were. They were like, oh, and I have a wine collection. Look at this. And just like, bro, isn't that yours? Like, don't you? Yeah. I have a wine collection right there. I know every one of them.
Right. I always felt it was weird because like the way they would say shit about the house, kind of like they were experiencing it too.
Yeah.
Well, over here, this is my. That's my couch. Yeah, my couch. Man, I didn't have a lot of fun on that couch.
Every single time they got to the room, the master bedroom was like, "This is where the magic happens." Right. That was the main thing everybody said. That's like it was scripted.
Yeah, I'm pretty glad. Method was it? Not Method Man. Redman.
Was that Redman or Method Man? It was one of the two.
It was one of them. I don't think it was Method Man. I think it was Redman.
I think it was. I don't remember. I know what you're talking about though. He was like, "Yeah, you gotta," because he had the doorbell that didn't work. It's just wires sticking out of it.
I watched an interview. I think it was Redman. And he was basically like, yeah, my cousin was asleep on the floor. And like, he actually showed where he fucking lived. I was just like, damn, that's hilarious.
In a cul-de-sac amongst normal people, just in a regular ass house.
That shit was hilarious, though.
I couldn't have lived next to Redman. I'd be over there every day. I'd be every day. I'd be like, hi. Just want to know if the new album's going to drop.
Right.
Have you heard anything? You know anything? You know?
Right.
Let me know.
I don't know. I don't know if
You guys want to smoke?
Right.
I feel like every fucking day I'd be dick riding shit out of him.
Right.
Eventually they'd be like, I wish this guy would go away.
Yeah.
I'm nosy. I'm on Fred's phone.
No, it was one of my friends. It's her birthday today, so I told her.
I'll shout out to your friend, whoever that is.
Yeah.
So yeah. What were we talking about? We started on meth.
Yeah, meth, and then we went
alcohol.
To,
it was alcohol and meth is where it started. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's weird that alcoholics get such a pass on certain stuff like that, and then meth heads don't. But alcoholics aren't out here stealing copper. If they were, they wouldn't get very far.
Yeah.
You can imagine trying to steal copper while you're shit-faced drunk. It's going to be a little hard to do.
I mean,
stumbling all over the place.
It would be hilarious to see that.
Oh, it'd be funny as shit to watch. I'm not going to lie to you.
I don't know. I look at it like, I don't know. People, I guess just because they push alcohol, you know, you got alcohol commercials. You got the.
Could you imagine a meth commercial?
That'd be funny as shit.
A guy with like 3 teeth.
Right.
He's like, I bought the new stuff. And, or
I
whatever.
think somebody did that. Where somebody made a post basically like he was doing meth or crack and he was happy that he lost like 300 pounds and was skinny. But he had like, you remember what I'm talking about?
No, I haven't seen that, but that's funny. That's a good one.
So it was a big guy, and he was like, "This was me before, and this is me now on crack." And he was like all skinny.
That's funny as shit.
His skin had like all type.
He's all ashy and shit.
Yeah, like, and I was just like, I mean, I'm happy for you at the same time, like.
You did it? Congrats.
I don't know what to be like, sad or happy for you. Like,
it's like, hey, man, you do
what
you got to do.
You're doing
okay,
crack.
like fuck keto,
right?
Crack. That's the one that really works.
I seen that on Facebook years ago, and I was just like, that's hilarious. But
yeah, I don't know, man.
They should have a commercial for meth. That'd be hilarious.
Meth commercial? We could shoot a meth commercial. That'd be funny. But the thing is about it it's just I don't know. It's weird. It's like where do we draw the line on meth? You think about it, because like in the bathroom it's illegal, in a pharmacy it's completely illegal.
Mm-hmm. I think
Alcohol is the same way. Remember, moonshine's still illegal, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, out in the hills of Kentucky when they're
yeah.
making moonshine, that's illegal. Yeah. It's like, to be fair, it's like rocket fuel. It's 250 fucking proof alcohol. It's ridiculously bad for you.
Right.
But in a distillery,
it's perfectly fine.
It's perfectly fine. And they even add little cherries and shit in it for you.
I think it's just the simple, they can tax it. So it's like,
it's really what it is.
If they can't,
so it's going to be the same thing with weed eventually.
But they can tax weed. They've seen they can tax weed. So I'm confused where the fuck the issue is.
I mean, yeah, but you know, it's not what we want. I think people liked weed because it was so illegal, and now that it's legal, no one cares.
You know,
even companies don't care anymore. Like, I think DOT still does, but they care about everything. But it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, companies don't even really, like, a lot of companies now don't even drug test you anymore.
Yeah, which is surprising.
It's weird. Like, of course, when you're under FMCSA guidelines like we are, we're drug tested all the time. So I don't do anything. I don't even really drink. But I'm just saying, like, for everybody else that is on meth.
On meth.
You're welcome. They don't really. Yeah, and a lot of places don't drug test anymore. They just don't care.
Yeah.
No one gives a shit about drugs anymore.
I think they drug test you when shit happens, but like I don't think goddamn, sorry. I think the only companies that actually drug test you now, like small temp companies or certain major franchises like Amazon or shit like that. But like, if you're trying to go work at a gas station or like some small, they don't give a fuck.
They don't give a shit. They know you're fucked up.
Right.
I think Dollar General gives a fuck if you're smoking meth. No.
I mean, they probably should, though. You know how much shit you could probably take from Dollar General?
Ain't none of it worth a shit. It's all dollar. Like, what are you going to take, $5 worth of shit? If you get fired over $5 worth of shit, you deserve your life. You deserve the life that you're living.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well,
think about it.
Well,
you get fired from a dollar store? You know how depressing that would be? That's the lowest of the low. Like, if you can't, if dollar store, right, if you can get any lower than that, it'd be like Sonic. Working at like fast food.
No.
Fast food, then dollar stores, then like retail stores, right? And then career based.
I feel like fast food's a little up.
You think fast food's above dollar store?
Yeah. Because there's certain fast food places where you're getting paid.
That's true. There are like McDonald's. I think they start at $15 an hour or some shit.
And
now
Chick-fil-A, they get paid decent. It's not crazy good, but for fast food, I look at it for fast food.
For what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's people out there doing way more for way less.
Right. Like me.
Well, the pay gap in this country is ridiculous anyway. I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know.
I was going to bring this up, but I can't remember. I tried to look up the bill. So, I didn't mean to change the bill on the conversation, but
well, you did.
I did.
You did. You just shot yourself right over there.
We can continue, but I'm gonna look up this bill because I wanted to bring this up. Hold on.
A bill?
A bill. California is making a new bill.
What are they banning homeless people?
No, they're I can't. Okay, so I'm gonna butcher this. So remember how back when slavery days, where they're supposed to give all once they freed us, they're supposed to give everybody.
Wait, California wants slaves?
No.
Oh, man, I'm jumping ahead. Sorry. I was like, wait a minute, we're going back.
So remember when they were supposed to give all the African Americans or ex-slaves
50 acres and a mule?
Yeah. What was that situation called? Something with an R, right? Or
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
So
I'm sorry. You should know more about that than I do.
Right.
I don't pay attention to February. That's not my job.
Which is sad. February.
I don't pay attention to that shit. That's not my job.
Right. So California is passing a bill that every African American household will be getting $5 million.
That's all. From who?
The government. They passed a bill which is like
everybody in
California.
Are you moving to California? Is that what you're telling me?
I don't know. I mean, if they pass, they said.
I don't even think you'd have to move. I think honestly, all you'd have to do is go out there and get your license and changed over to, and then just come back to Texas and just hang out for a couple weeks.
The bill was supposed to be like $58 trillion, so they could cover like everybody. And it was on the news.
Do they have $58 trillion to cover everybody, or are they just? I don't know.
It was going crazy on Twitter, and then when I was at work, I heard it on the radio. I was like, "Oh shit, this shit is real." They said they don't know the question is not when it's happening. It's happening. It just they don't know what. They don't know
reparations.
Reparations.
That's the word we were
Yes.
looking for. The reparations.
California's passed a reparations bill, and
Wow.
they're going to give every African.
Where are they going to get the money?
I don't know. They said they don't know it. The question. This is exactly what the guy said on Twitter, who was talking to the news. He was like, the question is not if it's going to happen. They were like, it's going to happen. They just don't know when.
Damn.
So I was like, well, the second that happens, go fucking move to California for a weekend and come back, get my
That's
money.
wild. Huh?
Get my
So
money.
it's just California.
Just California.
So you're telling me that it's a $58 trillion bill and just California. So that means that it would be $58 trillion per state to be able to pay reparations to black families.
It was
I think I know now why reparations were never paid. I think I'm understanding. Because that's a lot of fucking money.
I say this. America knew what the fuck they were doing. They could have been paid, gave us each 50 acres and a mule a long time ago. Look, think about this. You know how you're driving alongside the highway, right? And you just see nothing but fucking trees just for miles. And I'm just like, who the fuck owns this? The state? Well,
probably.
So
there's a lot of government-owned land out there, too.
So what the fuck? Like, pass that shit out to every, you know what I'm saying? There's not, if you look at, like, the race population in America, we're only, like, maybe, like, 30, 40% of America. So it's kind of like.
I would, well, maybe in your neighborhood.
No. I think. Hold on. Let me not quote. No.
You got to be more than 40% of America. It's got to be more than that.
So, white people are 75% of America. Black people,
holy shit,
13%.
Really?
Yeah.
Still in the wind, boys.
Asian is 6. Indian, American Indian, Alaskan Native is 1.3%.
Do we count Alaskas? We count Alaskanians.
It's the.
What do you call Alaskan people? Alaskan, I guess. Alaskanians, Alaskas. I don't know.
Yeah. So we're.
I'm not gonna lie. I forget Alaska's even a thing.
Yeah.
I've never heard anything about Alaska that was except that
they rape a lot, so that's
yeah,
what I heard.
There's a lot of rape.
There's a lot
of rape allegations flying around Alaska.
I watched a video about Alaska like a couple months ago, and I was trying not to laugh because the way she said it, but I was like, this is not a situation where you should laugh. She was basically like, well, they have a saying here in Alaska, and it's not if you're gonna get raped, it's
but
when. I was like,
I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Try not to laugh because I was like,
because I think it's like there's not a lot of females to male population.
I think she
so
said
the men
was
are
like,
just like doing whatever.
There's like one female for every one female. There's like 5 men, some shit like that. So I was like, "Fuck, y'all outnumbered." Fuck, like, so who the?
They're getting that Charleston White treatment.
right. That's hilarious to fuck up at the same time. But yeah, I don't know. When I seen that bill, I was like, "Oh shit, California."
Does Alaska have Uber?
Probably. I mean, if they're in America, if they're
where are you going? I just look at Alaska like Antarctica. I think I look at it like it's just a giant block of ice that somebody built some stuff on.
That's what I think of too. But I think it's more like Australia, where it's like there's a lot of land, not that many people live in it, and it's just like everybody's on the outskirts. That's what I think.
Maybe. I don't have a need or want to visit.
I always want to visit
Alaska.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Like cruise wise, I'll go take pictures outside.
Oh, like an Alaskan cruise? No.
Yeah.
But
I'm not
good.
I'm not.
I don't want to get raped. I
mean,
I think the thing is, I just don't have a want to go look at stuff like that. Like, there's nothing in America that I want to see anymore. Like, I see New York and I was like, that's what's up. And then I saw California and I was like, that's what's up. But it wasn't impressive to me.
I think it's because we're just normalized to
Probably. It's because people from around the world would die to see America.
Grand Canyon, oh my God, this is amazing.
I know, and I'm just like, it's a hole.
It's a hole.
Like, I don't see the big deal.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, show me where that guy cut his arm off. Like, that's what I want to see. Where's that spot? Is the boulder still there? Is the arm still in the boulder? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not impressed by a lot of things. I was talking to my wife about this actually yesterday. And like, I don't know. here lately, as I've gotten older, the more I think the older I get, the less impressed I am about stuff. Like I see people doing something that's really cool, and I'm just like, oh, I give a fuck. Like I have no. It's not impressive to me.
Understandable. I think that's.
I don't know if that's an age thing or a depression thing. I don't know, but I'm still trying to figure that out. But it's the same way with places. Like I see a lot of places where they're like showing these, open fields of, this gorgeous scenery and stuff. And I look at it and I'm like, oh, and then I just swipe up. Next. Where's the drama?
Right. I think.
Where's that at?
I'm definitely like that. Or I like to see new stuff. Like let me say this. I don't mind seeing new stuff. If I see a new stuff, I'm just like, oh, cool. But it's not something like, oh, this is really, I want to go look at this. I want to go, no, not really. I'd rather just, be at the house.
Exactly. I'd rather just be where my stuff is.
Yeah.
Because I like my stuff. That's why I bought it. So
Right.
I bought it because I like
I
it.
like my
and now I have it. And now I get to be around it.
Right. I don't know. I get what you're saying, but I'm not sure if that's depression or getting older.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I haven't diagnosed it. So
Because I would say that's just getting older, but I'm not old enough to understand. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, because I got 10. I think I got like 8 years on you, 8 or 10 years on you, or something like that.
I think so. Yeah.
How old are you?
I'll turn 27 in 3 days. 4
Yeah,
days.
yeah, I know. So yeah, I got 10 years on you because I'll be 37 in 5 days.
5 days. Yeah. Oh wait.
What's the day?
Today's the 2nd.
8, 7,
So
6.
I got 3 days, and you got
I got 6
6
days.
days. Yeah.
Yeah. Are we doing our birthday together again, or are we just gonna go our separate ways? What are we doing here? Are we divorcing our birthday? Or are we gonna keep it married together? Because every year we always celebrate it. Well, I mean, for every year for like the last 5 or 6 years, we celebrated our birthday together and made it easy because we're always together anyway.
Right.
So the question is, are we gonna keep it, or are we just gonna go ahead and divorce? What are we doing?
Well, this time for my birthday, I honestly don't want to do anything. I want to relax. I already told
What's funny is I said the same fucking thing.
I told my job Wednesday, don't expect me there. I'm calling out. It's my birthday. So this is what happened, right? I had this week actually set out for vacation week, but because I
I
quit,
was going to too.
because I quit, they took it away,
Yeah.
and I was like, well, y'all can't just give it back to me. Well, I mean, if it's open, but it's already too late. I don't have, because I quit, and they basically, it's like, all right, so they took me out of the system, put me back in the system, and they're like, well, everything you had in the system can't stay, so it has to start over. So I was like, fuck. Well, then Wednesday, I was just like, hey, Wednesday, I'm calling out.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna do the same thing, but we don't have the coverage, and being that I'm the head of my program right now, it's really hard for me to just be like, I'm gonna do it anyway. So I took the lumps, and I was just like, no, as I was gonna take this whole week off, but now I'm not. So I'll just deal with it Saturday as it comes.
Yeah.
Well, we could either plan something or we could do nothing. Either or, I'm cool with it. I might just go shopping.
Every Saturday for the last like 5 Saturdays, I've been like doing something out of the house, doing this. I haven't had a Saturday to rest like 5 Saturdays. So it's like, I just want to rest. Like,
I do know there's one thing I do want to do. I do want to go look at some more albums.
Okay.
And look at some more collectibles and stuff. But that's just because I'm addicted. I'm a hoarder.
I did want to do one thing, but that's something I wanted to, for my birthday, go get me a tattoo gun and some fake skin.
I have a tattoo gun.
For real?
Yeah, with the ink and everything. It's like 2. One's a line gun, one for lining and one for shading.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
And you can have it because
Really?
I don't do anything with it. It literally just sits in the closet. I don't even know if the ink's any good anymore. You
Probably
might have to
not.
buy some more because like, and then it came with like a slab of fake skin. But I'm not artistic like that.
I am.
Autistic, yes. Artistic, no. Okay, I am definitely that. But the thing about it is like I don't have the attention span, the drive, or the talent to be able to draw and do stuff like that. I just don't have it. Some people do. I don't. So it was given to me, and then it sat in my closet forever. I did like one tattoo, and I was like, that looks like ass, and then that was it. And it's literally been sitting in there. It's never used on a real person.
Right.
And it comes with a fuck ton of needles, and it's like it's a whole kit. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. Because lately, me and my wife, I quickly realized that outside of you guys, I don't really have a life. Like outside of you guys or playing video games, it's kind of it.
Well, I don't have a life either.
What?
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Like I have a life, but it's so chaotic. It keeps me here and not doing anything else. So
I sat down with my wife. I was like, man, I want to do something. I don't know if I want to join like a club or.
Oh, good. I thought you were gonna say gang. Like, oh God, you're too old, Fred. You're too old, Fred.
It was either.
Could you imagine being 27, waking up like, I want to join a gang? What if the Bloods are hiring?
That'd be hilarious.
Crips still need new members, or
Right.
they just? How do you join? Like, do
Right.
you just walk up to them like, hey guys, I want to be a part of the crew?
They would do two things. They would laugh at you, or probably walk away, or just be like, nah, fuck that. You probably a fed.
Probably. Yeah, I think you got to be recruited at a young age.
Yeah.
They like young stupid people. They don't want no old smart person.
So, I was either going to do take up tattoo lessons or like start just tattooing, meaning like, start tattooing until I can get good and confident enough to tattoo myself.
Right.
Or guitar lessons. So
Well, it just so happens I'm your guy, Fred, because I own a guitar and I have tattoo guns. So you pick and choose whichever hobby you're interested in, and I got you.
I want to go parasailing too. Wow,
I just happen to have a parasail. You let me know when you're ready. I want to build the deck. I have wood.
Right. God, you got everything. But,
Yeah. I'm going to pick up alcoholism. Turn to your right.
Right. But so I don't know. I've been trying to find stuff that I guess I'm passionate about. So minus like what I already got going. I'm trying to feel something. I'm trying to do stuff to fill the void of like gaming left. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, Chris. I don't know. Gaming is just not the same no more. I think this past year, man, I truly just fell out of love with gaming. I could sell, like, I already sold my Xbox, and I didn't have a reason to sell it. I told my wife, I was like, I want to sell my Xbox. And she was like, why? I was like,
So you sold your Xbox and kept your PlayStation?
yeah, and I'm trying to sell my PlayStation, but my wife won't let me.
I'll buy it. Because then I can give it to...
She won't let me.
Oh, well, whenever you get the okay, let me know first.
Yeah, because...
I'll buy it. I'll buy it, and then I'll hold on to it for you for whenever you come back.
No, it's just, man, I don't know, man. I cut on, like, the other day I played with, yesterday I played with Red and Thor, and we were playing, and I was actually, like, carrying them. Like, I was carrying them in Search and Destroy.
They're going to watch this and be like, bullshit.
No,
That's Thor. That's what he sounds like. Bullshit.
I was actually carrying them. I was putting in fucking work, and I sat there while having, somewhat fun, and I just sat there, and I was just like, mid-match, I don't want to fucking do this. I just sat there, was in control of my hand, like.
So maybe you
don't wanna do
want
it.
something a little bit more rewarding.
Yeah, I don't know, but
I
played,
mean, I don't know. Try cooking. Like, I don't know. Pick up a simple hobby. Start with something small. Don't start glass blowing class tomorrow or something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna make a bong. No,
Right.
it's not gonna be
it's
at
gonna be
all.
one disfigured.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, start with something small and then work your way up. Guitar lessons or tattooing.
So
Just don't tattoo yourself.
No.
Don't be that guy.
I'm not gonna be like, this is my first tattoo.
myself.
They
And
go
it's like, bro, why is it crooked?
You cover that up. I'm saying like,
You know what's sad? Speaking of drugs and tattoos, I used to know a guy a long time ago. His name was Chavo. I don't know what happened to him. I have no idea. I remember he got arrested, and that's the last I ever saw of him. But he was so talented. That guy was so good at tattooing. Like, it's one of those sad stories, of somebody that's so talented that just threw away their whole life on drugs. But he could have easily have been an ink master. Like he was so good, like with detail and just the way he did things, but he just let that heroin take a hold of him. And I remember it's a funny story that I do tell sometimes, depending on who asks. But there was one time he was ODing, and I was in my mom's old LTD, big ass boat. You know those cars, those big ass boat cars, man. This was a giant box, bro. Then I was we're on 635, and I was flying. The car only goes 85, but I was redlining it, doing 85 down 635, trying to get this guy back to the house before he died in my front seat.
The whole time to the hospital.
No, we didn't go to the hospital. We don't do that shit.
We're
taking him to the house and hitting him with adrenaline. But like, it was a different time in my life. I was a different person. But anyway, and I was like flying down 635, and he's ODing, and my buddy's in the back, like, and he had no seatbelt on. There's none of us. We're all illegal. Think there's drugs in the car. It's like a whole thing, right?
Damn.
And like my buddy's in the back seat, and he's jumping in the front, and he keeps slamming his fucking hand into his chest to keep something going, because he was literally just nodding off the whole time. He was just out of there, and he was like, "Wake up!" Boom! And he's like, "Stop hitting my fucking heart, bro!" And he was like, foaming, and it was the whole thing.
Damn.
Get him to the house. His girl was there. His girl grabs him, strips him down butt naked, threw him into the shower, and turned the cold water on, and woke his ass. Like, it shocked him back into reality.
The fuck?
That was being around that whole thing made me not ever want to touch stuff like that, like, ever. I just never, seeing that type of stuff was just enough for me to be like, fuck that. We used to pull up to East Dallas. That was back when cheese was a big deal. I don't know if you remember that drug. Cheese was like Tylenol PM and heroin mixed together. It's like super heroin.
Yeah,
it was stupid. And watching these kids all fucked up, nodding off on their front porch and shit, I was like, man, I will never want to do that. Like that, yeah. I don't know what that just brought back a memory.
Right.
I was just thinking about that, but that wasn't the only time that like something like that's happened. But that was one I remember because like I had never drove so fast. Like I was just flying around corners and like swerving in and out of traffic. I had no license. The car was not insured.
Damn.
We had drugs in that bitch.
Damn.
Homie had a gun on him.
Fuck, yeah.
We were dirty. Like it couldn't have gotten more dirty if there would. I guess it could if there was a body in the trunk.
Right.
I probably could have made it a little bit more dirty. Now I think about it, but it was dangerous. And like he's ODing, and we're all fucking high as shit. It was so bad. And we're just like fucking go. And it was a scary time.
Y'all got pulled over. Y'all would have been.
It would have been done.
Sticky,
we all would have been in jail right now. Yeah, probably would have just been getting out.
Damn.
Stolen merch, you name it. And it was all like,
What the fuck was y'all doing?
a lot, the most. So, it was a lot of stuff going on with that. But I remember that. I remember when he was ODing. I remember the gargling sound of him trying to like he couldn't swallow spit, so he was gargling on it. And my buddy kept like while I was driving. And I would like push his head forward, like kind of like reach over and push his head forward, and he'd be like, and then nod back off. It was fucking nuts.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was a crazy time.
Yeah.
But I remember specifically the curve around 635. It's like this long curve that goes around, and I was doing 85 around that thing in a big ass boat, flying like. The steering wheel's like this fucking big. It's this giant fucking boat of a car. And I was doing like 85 around his turn. And I remember it because his head, because it's a left, and I was turning left and his head went bam right onto the window and I almost broke it.
Damn.
Because he was so out of it. He was so fucking gone. And he was ODing. He did way too much. So there's a cap on how much heroin you can do, apparently.
I think that's any drug.
And
shit.
Can you OD? Oh, I guess you probably could OD on meth if your heart breaks. Just like explodes.
Yeah, I think the only thing you can't OD on is probably like weed. Maybe, I'm not sure.
I don't know with this new shit like dabs.
Oh no,
I'm 100% sure you can OD on a dab.
That's.
I don't care what nobody says. That's weed crack. That's what that is. That's weed meth.
When a dude, I remember I had this one dude who in Memphis, and Shaw knew this guy, tried to explain dab to me because I always wanted to know what the fuck it was. He was like, "Well, yeah, come on, bro, I'll explain to you. It's basically this." He went through the whole process of how they got dab, and I was like, "So you're telling me it's basically just pure THC, just straight to the head?" And he was just like, "Yeah, you want to hit?" I was like, "Fuck no, fuck no, that sounds horrible."
Yeah. Have you seen how they smoke it?
Yeah,
It's weed crack.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Is what I call it.
And then and I'm just like.
And then they melt into the couch,
Yeah.
and you never see them again
Nah,
until
bro.
2 hours later when they're like, "Oh yeah, that's right. We had a life to do." Like,
Nah, I'm good. That shit. What you said is basic crack.
yeah. So I'm watching.
Nah, I'm
I
good.
don't want to do any of that shit. I'm cool with I can't smoke now, but back when I did smoke a long time ago, I was cool with just hitting weed and keeping it moving. I didn't want to do any of that.
My drug of choice was Annex and not Annex. Is that how you say that shit?
Xanax.
Xanax, sorry.
Xanax.
It starts with the X.
Yeah, Xanax.
Xanax. So Xanax.
Xanax starts with an X. It's Xanex.
Okay, yeah.
Xanax.
And Xanax. So Xanax and weed. That's my choice.
Weed was mine, and then I moved to shrooms, and then I'm out. I'm done. Like, all my stuff's done. I'm too old to be doing drugs now. Like I'm, I'll get high and start thinking about my retirement fund and how it's not where I want it to be. That's my paranoia now. It's no longer the police are after me. It's my 401k is not high enough. That's where my paranoia hits. It's like, oh God, I'm not going to be able to retire.
Yeah. I actually thought about that recently.
Yeah.
I was just like,
do we have a pension?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's where so the majority of my paranoia is going to end up.
Yeah. I actually thought about that a couple of days ago. I was like, damn, well, what age would I retire at? Like, if everything kept going, how's it going? What age would I retire? And I was just thinking, I don't know if I could.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'd probably be like 70.
Well, the thing is, the retirement age has already risen.
Yeah.
To I think you can't even pull Social Security till you're 65 now, and they're trying to raise that to 67. And then on top of that, by the time we get there, Social Security probably won't even be a thing. And on top of that, with inflation and the way it's going now, you need to have millions before you can actually retire comfortably.
And sometimes that's not even.
So we're all done, though. There's nobody that's going to be able to retire.
That's if I fucking live that long. I don't know.
Also that.
I truly think, even though this is probably a fucked up thing to say on record, but I think my sweet spot would probably be like mid 40s.
That's your sweet. Wow, you aimed low.
So like I think
I'm gonna aim for the knees on life.
I think it's like 45ish. It's just when something's gonna happen. Either my heart's gonna give out, or I'm gonna have a stroke.
You know what? My luck, I'd make it to 97 and be like, "Fucking God, just kill me." Shitting in a bag and fucking. That's my worst fear. If you want to know a fear of mine, there it is. It's growing that old to the point where I can't take care of myself anymore.
Because I think that the age where you have to start getting taken care of, doesn't that start around like, it depends on like how good you took care of your body, and then like
yeah,
like
that's why
70s,
I know I'm not gonna make it
like
that far.
mid 70s. That's when you have to start like.
No, you should. Well, you should always worry because I mean, there's people that drop dead at 22 of a heart attack, so you just never know.
Yeah.
And then what's that? Brain aneurysm's another one. That's terrifying because you could just be driving and all of a sudden dead, and now you done killed a whole bunch of people on the highway. Yeah, I'm just saying. You just never know.
Right. I don't know.
There was a movie I was watching one time when the kid's mom had a brain aneurysm while eating soup.
What the hell?
Funny. It was funny the way it happened. It probably was a serious movie. Well, I don't think it was. Oh, I think it was a comedy. But she was eating, and all of a sudden, she just goes straight into the soup. And they just sat there and looked at her, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
What the fuck? I don't know.
Yeah, died of a brain aneurysm like that.
And
that was the whole thing.
I just look at like medical. I don't know. I just look at it like, if you don't have the money to like fix whatever your issues is, they probably know you have an issue, and they're just like, well, his insurance doesn't pay. I literally had a mental breakdown yesterday about insurance. So like this shit is.
That's
stupid.
how you know you're getting old.
This is very stupid. You take
But like medical insurance?
Yeah, you take all this money out of my check, and I still have a fucking copay. Are you fucking stupid?
Deductibles are worse.
Yeah,
you have to pay your $5,000 fucking deductible before you can even use your insurance.
You know how much money they bringing in, and they asking me for a fucking copay and a deductible? What the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, Denise is sitting here like, why are we having this conversation? I was just like, no, bro, think about this. This is fucking robbery. What the fuck?
You're not gonna get any, disagreement on him.
I'm just like,
that's why I voted for Bernie Sanders because he was pushing
what the fuck?
that idea of universal health care, which I was totally on board with. Because the thing is like with the health, and I've said this before, I don't want to get too far into it, but with the health industry, they can charge whatever they want. They don't have to. They don't have a set. They're not, there's like no set guideline on what they can do. And on top of that, now with insurance, of private insurance especially, the doctors will tell you, because I've had doctors tell me, it's like, we don't treat patients, insurance companies do. If they don't cover it, you're not treated. Simple as that. There's nothing we can do about it unless you can pay out of pocket.
And most people,
I paid $5,000 out of pocket to go get my stomach issue taken care of because my insurance wouldn't cover it. I had my surgery done around December. They wanted me to wait till January to cover my deductible. And I was like, no, I need this done now. Like, there is something seriously wrong. And they were just like, well, it's all about money. They don't give a fuck about you or your coverage. They care about money.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's what keeps them going. Yeah. So,
I don't know.
But that, and on top of that, he could have cut me a deal.
Right.
Bitch, that was out of pocket. Like, that shit hurt too. And you don't even know. You don't know how bad it's going to hurt until you ain't got money and you dropping $5,000 on the table so that you could fix your stuff. Like because it was a stomach issue. And I was literally like, can I just look at it one more time before there it is. You're gonna have it now. Oh wait. Hold on. Oh, okay. All right. It's yours.
All right. you're like
like when I go to hand it to her, I'm just like
Dave Chappelle on that movie where he got the weed
from
the guy.
Yeah,
and he was
exactly.
like, he going back and forth like this.
Because $5,000 to a lot of people might not be anything.
Nothing.
They're just like, oh, why is this guy worried about $5,000? That's nothing.
Right.
Well, to me, it is. So,
right.
And that was was rough.
I was watching a music video the other day, and this is what really like got my mind wandering. It was a rapper. And he was basically like, yeah, I got $6 million in my safe just because. And in the video, he opened his safe and he just started. And I'm sitting there just like, you fucking lucky motherfucker. And that's
lucky. Work for it.
I mean, I look at it as like
he played the game and won. What do you want to get? What do you want to do?
I wasn't mad about saying like lucky. I was just like, I just thought about it like, damn, if he had an issue with any health wise that could be fixed with just $5,000, $10,000, whatever, to them that's nothing. Oh really? I just spent 30 racks yesterday shopping for shit I'm gonna wear once. So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. I feel like if I was that rich, I would most likely like start some type of program, a non profit, just tax break at the same time. But at the same time, I would also help people who dealing with like high medical bills that actually need the surgery to like survive.
I'm not even gonna lie. I think if I got stupid rich, I'd live the same life I live now. I wouldn't really. It'd be a bigger house.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would do anything. I would be useless. I'd be a useless rich dude. I wouldn't be like, there's whatever help you think you're gonna get.
No, I'm not saying like I'm gonna help like. Oh, my cousin called
me.
Me.
You're not like when you were younger. I remember you used to say stuff like, man, if I was rich, I help everybody. Like, I give everybody, in the world money. No, you're not. You're not doing none of that shit. You know why? Because rich people are too busy to be giving out anything. Mm-hmm. They don't stop. That's why they're rich. Mm-hmm. Everything's the next investment. Everything is something new. It's like that's why they're rich and we're not. Right. They invest. We don't invest shit. What the fuck do we invest?
Yeah. I also, to kind of play on this, I watched a video earlier where they were clowning Soulja Boy for having so many businesses. And I was just like, bitch, what? Are you? She was like, well, why you got so many businesses? He was like, what do you mean why do I have so many
He's trying to be a billionaire. He already said that.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I'm trying to be a billionaire. I came from this, I came from this. I'm like,
remember his Gamecast cube that he came out with? Remember that game he had?
Yeah, I remember that.
That was funny.
Yeah. I mean, shit,
It's got 5,000 games on it. I'm like, you ain't got the license for damn one of them,
he
right?
made $100,000 off that shit. And
Yeah, but then he had to
ship
turn around and pay a whole bunch of money back.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up losing money on that one.
I say
that was funny.
I like his hustle. Now everything may not work, but I do like his hustle.
Well, yeah, you got to respect it.
So I don't know. I don't know. But at this point in my life, I'm like, I know. Which I told Denise this a minute ago. I was like, I think there's probably like a 1 to like 2% chance that I ever see more than like $100,000 in my bank. And I was like, I kind of accept that. Like, hey,
not really. You could do $100,000. That's easy.
$100,000?
Yeah. All you do is you could take 25 to 30% of your check or your income for the month. Put that in a Roth IRA and let it sit. Or you could put it in an index fund, which is basically just like buying stock for a whole bunch of companies at once, right? Index funds never really fluctuate down more than they do up. Now, sometimes they lose out. It is a gamble. But most of the time, the percentage always stays around 8 to 10%, right? Yearly. And you just keep dumping that money into it. And over time, like not tomorrow, but over the course of years, you'll start to see like, holy shit, that thing's made $30, $40, $50, $60, $80,000. And it's doable. It's having the resources to be able to do that. When you have kids, that's extra expenses. And then you have to look at daycare and diapers and wipes and it trust me. So with all that, it's a lot harder to do. When you're single, that shit I should have been doing in my 20s.
Yeah,
when you're single and it's just like a single household, it'd be like you and your wife. That's doable. $100,000 is doable. It take you 3 years. I'd say 3 years max. Plus every tax return you get, just throw it in there.
I wish I knew about investing a lot.
Oh yeah, me too.
So I actually did my research a couple of days ago. Bitcoin was the highest in 2020.
Yeah, not no more, but it was.
The highest was like $28,000 for like one share. So think about somebody who back when it was like $1 back in like let's say 2015, who bought 70 shares.
I wasn't $1.
I'm just saying, like, let's just say when they bought it back when it was very cheap.
You know where Bitcoin came from, right?
I understand what it is.
No, well, to be fair, nobody knows where it came from, but there was a person who had mined it the first time, and no one knows who he is. The government doesn't even know. Like, no one knows who this guy is, right? Yakamoto or something like that. But Bitcoin came because that's what was used on the dark web for purchases. That's what people used was Bitcoin. So they had like a lot of fucking Bitcoin flying around. And it was just used as a way to purchase things, right? It was like it was a cryptocurrency. It was a currency that's not backed by any bank or financial institute whatsoever. Well, Silk Road was the big one. That was the dark web thing where you can go get anything from a pound of heroin to a fucking hitman. You can get whatever the fuck you wanted on Silk Road. When it got shut down, they found out about Bitcoin. Because the government didn't know nothing about it. Nobody knew anything about it unless you were already in that shit. Right. A lot of these Bitcoin billionaires you see now, yeah, that's where they were. They were doing that shit. Damn. Yeah, come on now. Like, be honest with yourself. Where the fuck did you get it from? We found out about Bitcoin whenever it hit the news. Before that, who had all the Bitcoin? It's all these fucking people that were doing on dark web shit. All right. Yeah. Yeah, they're beating off to people getting beheaded and shit. Like, that's their fucking thing. Yeah, that's where those fucking people come from.
I don't know. I wish I would have known. It's like I wish I would at least because
I used to laugh at Bitcoin. I used to think it was funny.
Yeah.
And I was actually in a game chat, Call of Duty, a long time ago, with a guy who was talking about Bitcoin, and he was like, yeah, I own like 7 of them, and I was like, the fuck for what? There's nothing backing it. There's nothing. He was like, that's the point, and I didn't understand what he was saying. And now I'm pretty sure that guy might be wealthy as fuck, and I'm over here like still broke. Yeah. Look at me now, laughing for no reason.
I don't know. I wish I've known certain stuff or like the guy. There was a guy who posted about when the stimulus came out, and he was just like, "Well, if you would have took your whole stimulus check and then invested in these 6 places, this is how much money you." No.
So we had an audio issue. Tried to fix it, didn't work. So for about a minute or two, you're going to hear raw audio. Sorry for the inconvenience. I tried to fix it. It just didn't work. Sorry. But still enjoy the episode. Thank you for watching.
right now, and I'm just sitting here like, why the fuck did I not know it? Like,
you can't. Hindsight's always 2020. Right?
Yeah, true.
You can't go and say, oh, if I go back, I would have invested in it. First of all, if you
go
back,
I want to know. So.
You still would have been broke.
Yeah.
If I would have went back in my 20s and been like, well, I'm going to invest all my money into Google, I was surviving at best in my 20s.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was doing open mics and trying to find a couch to sleep on. Mm-hmm. What money am I going to be doing in my 20s to be investing into Google or investing into Amazon or Uber or whatever, right? There is none. People don't.
No.
There's you go back. Now, if you were, come from like a wealthy family or something, and be like, maybe if I could go back, I could see that. Because you still had money. We didn't.
Right, yeah.
I survived my 20s. That was it.
Yeah. My 20s was,
it was all hustle.
Yeah, it was basically surviving, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I could say I would, every time I got paid, I would put this money into there. It would pay off in the long run, but I had bills.
True.
You know what I mean? Like it was just me. There was nobody else helping me. It was literally just me by myself. So,
I don't know. I look at it like if I would have caught. Well, I don't know if I would have did it because, like you said, I would have had that money, and I'm like, damn, I could. Why invest this shit? I could have used this for something like right now, just because
No, I could say because I didn't have kids back then, and nothing like that. I could go back, and I would just be homeless for a couple of years. Drift around and take every dollar I could and buy stocks, in Amazon or whatever. Right. I could say that, but would I really do it?
Probably not. Probably not.
If I woke up tomorrow and I was 21 again, I would probably do the same exact thing I did because that's why I did it.
It depends. Let's just say if you jump back and everything you know now. Probably not then, but if you...
Yeah, I think if I knew everything I knew now, then it might be a little different.
But if you jump back and just go back to your old self, yeah, I'd probably do everything I was doing then. Cause,
yeah.
So,
I think if I went back and I knew everything I knew now, it would probably change the outcome dramatically. But then I have to think about that too. Because I like my life now. So it's like, if I changed it and altered it a certain way, I would have never met my wife. Therefore, I never would have had my kid. Therefore, all of that.
But you would know exactly when you met her. So
no, I don't. I don't remember the day I met her.
I mean,
I remember where I was in the vicinity of where we were and what we were doing.
So you would be like, hey,
I need to hurry up and be hired on to this place at this certain time. No.
That's what I would do if I could go back. And I would,
and then I wouldn't know you, obviously.
I would keep all the relationships that better me or that I like, and all the relationships I don't like. I probably just be like, yeah, fuck that person. So like you, I probably, if I would have went back, I would have found a way. Now,
because that would have been weird. Like, think about it.
What's up? My name is Fred. You would have been like, how old are you, nigga?
If I would have went, look, if I had to go back, right, and meet you again, this time I'd be like, hey, I know I'm like 23, 24 years old, and you're 13, but hi, I want to be your friend. How the fuck is that gonna look?
I'm gonna be like,
you're gonna be like, bruh, if you don't get the fuck away from me, we're jumping you. Stranger danger.
Right. I sure would have hit you with what the fuck.
You see my point, though?
Yeah, right.
That's why it would have been weird. So that's not going to work. Like, keeping those, it's not going to be the same.
Yeah, I understand that, yeah.
So I would have to go through all of that shit again. Thus, it wouldn't work because
you would know what you...
Well, one, I'd know the outcome. But not only that, it's the fact that I wouldn't be able to do the thing that I came back to do in the first place, which is invest. So therefore, I would live the exact same life anyway if I was trying to do that. However, if I was to go back and be like, you know what? I think I have a chance to do this differently. And I could do it differently.
Oh no.
But I could never do it differently if I couldn't do it. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Let's put it that way. Like, you can't do it all.
Right,
you wouldn't be able to. Okay, yeah, I gotta make sure I'm cool with Fred. I gotta make sure I have my wife, and then I also gotta invest all this random money I'm getting somewhere. Right. You know what I'm saying? Into Amazon and Google just in time for Facebook to blow. Like, none of that's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen the way you want it to ever.
I think it's more of
it's just like the butterfly effect. Yeah. Remember, the more he went back to change, the worse things got.
Because everything changes.
Boom! I Ashton Kutchered you.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I did not understand that movie until I got older. because I watched that movie like 6 times when I was a kid, and I was just like, I don't fucking understand. And
I don't know about him, but I know me. I would have shanked that little serial killer in the fucking neck.
For sure.
That's when I watched that movie, bro, I swear to God, I would have shanked that kid in his fucking face. And that'd have been over with.
Yeah.
No more butterfly effect.
Right. And then I recently watched the movie Interstellar with Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise? Or Tom
Ew,
Hanks?
you watched the Tom Cruise movie? Gross.
Yeah. And it was actually, I watched it a long time ago when it first
Did you ever
came.
see his Mummy re-edition? He did a movie called The Mummy. I think was it The Mummy? Yeah, it was about a mummy that came back, and he had. Oh, it was a whole.
Oh, okay.
There was
okay.
there was. I don't remember a whole lot about it. I remember there was a mummy. There was a plane crash. There was a chick, and he became a mummy.
Okay,
and-
no, you lost me. Yeah, you lost
That
me.
was a weird movie.
Yeah, you lost me.
Well, that's Tom Cruise movie. It's always weird.
But Interstellar's actually a pretty fucking good movie. I didn't understand it the first couple times I watched it, but I recently rewatched it, and I was like, oh shit, this is actually pretty fucking
I don't
good.
understand Scientology either. So
Yeah, it was basically Scientology and about the fourth dimension and
Yeah, I believe that.
time travel, and it was actually pretty good. And I was like,
Yeah, it's like an Alex Jones wet dream.
Yeah.
It's his movie.
yeah.
He's like, and there's fucking wizards, and they're over here, and they're making the frogs gay, Joe. I don't understand. I try really hard to stay away from movies that like Inception. I don't know what it's called. The one with the dreams.
Oh
with,
yeah. No.
what's
It's
that
not called
movie called?
Inception, but I know what you're talking about.
I
It's
forgot
like
what the fuck that
dreams
movie-
are like reality.
Yeah,
warping
it's some
and-
weird shit where like you got to go a dream inside of a dream inside of
Yeah.
a dream
And then you gotta
inside
get,
of a
like,
dream, and you
dumped into
can't
a
die,
tub
and
and
then
that
there's a
shit.
thing.
Yeah, God, that movie fucking.
And there was Leonardo DiCaprio, and he was floating.
I swear, I watched that movie twice, and after the
I still don't understand it.
halfway through the second time, I was like, I think I'm about to have like a brain aneurysm. Trying
Yeah,
to think so much.
I watched it the first time and fell asleep, and then the second time I actually watched the movie, and I was like, I do not understand any of this. I don't even know where the reality lies at this point. They've lost me, and I'm just like, okay, you know what?
I watched the movie and finished the movie thinking the same thing. What the fuck
I
is this
immediately
going
went
on?
and watched another movie with Leonardo DiCaprio in it just so I could watch him get eaten by a bear. That's how much I hated that movie.
God.
I was like, yeah, you ever been on the bear side? That was me. I was like, yeah, I fucking hate him. Making that shit ass movie.
That bear movie was still kind of funny because I was like, that bear would have.
My sister made me laugh my ass off when she was talking about the movie. She's like, all right, so Leonardo DiCaprio gets raped by a bear, right? And I was like, well, first of all, let's back up. Second, did you just say he got raped by a bear?
Basically.
He's like, yeah, no, he really
bear
did.
fucked his ass
And
up.
then they started laughing, and I was like, you're lying. So when I watched the movie, I was like, this dude just got raped by a fucking bear. That really happened.
Yeah, that bear fucked his ass up. Yeah.
Yeah, like, it legit got raped by the bear.
I would have tried to outrun it, even though I know I would have got caught. But my adrenaline would have been pumping. I would be like, oh, I'm gonna make it. And then I
Yeah,
would've
well,
died.
that's the thing about bears, man. They're so fucking dangerous.
Fast.
They're fast, they're big,
They can climb.
and they have different rules with them. Like if it's a brown bear, you have to stand your ground. If it's brown, stand your ground. If it's black, lay it down. I think that's so.
If I
Like,
see a bear, I'm running. 'Cause
but you're not gonna be able to do anything.
Yeah, I know.
You're never gonna make it. You can't outclimb them. You can't outrun them. There was a myth a long time ago. If you run downhill, bears can't run downhill. That's a
no,
bull-faced lie.
I watched a video yesterday of a skier like getting chased by a bear and he didn't know. And this whole time I'm
That'd be
thinking
the
like
worst time to
that
crash.
bear is on his ass. If he slows down or like trips, he's dead.
Dead,
I
yeah.
was like, dear God.
If there has ever been a time to not bail out
Not
or
even-
not even fuck up, it's
Yeah,
this time
yeah,
right
and
here.
he
yeah.
didn't. And literally, I'm pretty sure if you
Saw
watched,
this drone footage of this drone flying, and the guy was flying low, and then this dude ran past the drone, and behind him was a bear, and the drone hit like a U-turn and was like, "Let's go watch what's going on here."
what the fuck?
Yeah, and then the footage, the footage cut out right after. So
Damn.
I didn't get to see what happened at the end, but I'm pretty sure nothing good because
Yeah.
you can't outrun a bear.
Yeah, you can't. No.
You have a better chance of outrunning a dog than a bear because
And dogs are.
yeah, because a dog, like, you know, if you hop the fence, if it's a lazy dog, you're good. But a bear will bust right through and keep going. Like, if they want you, they'll kill you.
Yeah.
And you can't outrun wolves either.
No.
Because wolves not only are faster and smarter, but they'll corner you. By the time you see one, it's too late.
It's too late. Yeah. That's why I'm.
That's the rule of wolves.
Yeah. That's why I'm scared to go. Like you see all these people like going hiking. That's
why I don't camp.
Like that. Like
I said it last
I'm
time.
good.
Camping is stupid. This is why I don't like dealing with wildlife like that.
Yeah.
That's why we built civilization, to get away from wildlife.
Right.
Why the fuck would I want to go back? Oh, we're gonna see the stars, and we're gonna hand out.
you do that
We're
from
gonna
your
hand out
backyard.
cookies.
Do that from your
It's gonna be
backyard.
great. I know. I just did that in my fucking house.
Right.
I turn on Nat Geo, boom, see everything I need to see. They did all the hard work for me. Why the fuck would I not give them my attention?
Some people just like that. I want to get closer to Mother
Well,
Nature.
you know what? And then they get eaten, and we're supposed to feel bad for them. So that's the fucking problem with society now. I'm not gonna buy into it. I'm not gonna sit here and feel bad for people who went out there and did stupid shit. You fucked around, and now you found out, and now it's not my fucking problem anymore.
I don't know. I always felt like camping, the type of camping I want to do wouldn't be considered camping.
No,
give
you
me
would do like an RV.
Give me an RV, and we're gonna drink
Have
by the
satellite TV.
and we're gonna what I'm saying.
There's a bathroom in it. It pops out into a whole house. Yeah.
We're gonna go fishing, and then once it gets to about that time,
See, I don't mind going out into the wilderness. That's I don't mind hiking. I'll hike with you. Yeah, we'll go fishing, hunting. I hunt, but the thing is I don't want to stay in the wilderness. That's the thing. I don't like. It's different on a hunting trip. Hunting trip camping is a little bit different.
everybody's got guns, so if something happens, y'all just
Well, that and you're in a group.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But there's people that go out hunt, like they go out and camp by themselves. Those guys are fucking.
no,
y'all are
fucking
psychopaths. There's
fucking-
no way, and they come up missing, and then they're on a John Ballin episode. Then before, you know what I mean? Like now, all of a sudden, it's like missing 411.
Right.
John Oliver was camping one day and then disappeared. Well, yeah, there you go. There it is. That's why, because he fucking went camping.
Yeah, I'm good off that.
Campers disappear all the time,
And
all the time.
I hate when the last place he was seen was Washington State Forest. Why?
Oh, there you go.
Fucking, how many fucking bro? I've never seen a mountain lion in person until I was in Washington, and when I seen it, I was like,
They're a lot bigger in real life than you'd think.
I was like, damn, nature, you fucking scary as fuck.
Damn, nature, you scary.
And literally, the mountain lion was just walking. I was literally going to my car, and I just happened to. I'm like, damn, that's a big ass cat. Oh shit, that's a big ass fucking cat. And it just was like, and I'm just sitting here like, this is what motherfuckers deal with on a regular. And I went to work.
Well, not only that, but Washington has the highest rate of serial killers in the world too.
School shootings too. Yeah.
So there you go. So you got a lot of crazy people, and then a lot of crazy, nature stuff.
And I told my
Blend
mom,
that in together and go camping by yourself.
right.
Oh, now you found out.
And I was like, yeah, bro, I just seen a mountain lion. He was like, yeah, last week my dog got killed one by one. And I was just,
Yeah, that happens a lot out there.
he was like, yeah, I mean, yeah,
It is what it
just
is.
Go get a new dog.
Yeah. Do you at this point? Do you even have a small dog in Washington? Like, what's the point? You're just feeding all the wildlife around there.
For real.
Yeah, like there's no point in having a Chihuahua. Like, what the fuck's the point? All you're doing is giving it a snack. Now it's coming back for your chickens and shit or whatever the fuck else they own in Washington. I don't know.
And they got bears and bro, I've never been. I still remember because this is when my car broke and I had to walk every day. I got off at work around like 8 and had to walk from Walmart to my apartment, which is up a hill, and it was like on the side of a mountain. So I had to go through this park with no lights by myself. And I used to have my wife and my sister Reed meet me at the top of the mountain. And what I would do is right when I would get to the park where like a cul-de-sac was, and I had to go through these houses, and it was straight like.
Of course, yeah, it can't be a straight line. That'd be too easy.
Straight line.
Yeah, no, that'd be too easy. Yeah, fuck that. No.
So what I used to do is literally, I used to take off my AirPods, put everything in my backpack, tighten up my shoes, and be like, Lord, if I make it out of this, I make it out of it. And I would just.
That was the deal. If I make it out of this, I make it out of this. That's it.
It was either that.
If I don't, I don't.
Or walk.
Good pep talk. I bet God's up there like, yeah, okay. All right, whatever.
It was that or walk through downtown Spokane with a bunch of homeless drug addict people. I was like,
I'd rather deal with that.
I'd rather deal with nature.
Yeah, I think I'd rather deal with that than nature because nature will kill you. Homeless, they'll ask for money. That's the only difference.
Really?
Yeah.
But
I
it
would
was-
much rather
it
deal
was-
with the homeless.
Like an extra 30-minute walk.
Worth it. Worth it. Plus, you never know what you're going to find.
No, I was like, I can jog up this and like I always used to hear noises, but I would just like my adrenaline was pumping so much, I would just keep running. And
Now
that
I
shit-
think about it, no. I don't think I would have. There was a story I was told in, I want to say I was right out of high school. There used to be this homeless dude in Dallas who would poke people with needles randomly. Like he would run up and just boop.
Yeah.
And that's scary. Like, I don't know what happened to me. I don't even know what happened to that guy. I have no idea. I don't even know if it's a real story. I just know I was told it. And that made me terrified for a long time of homeless people.
Yeah, Washington homeless people were crazy as fuck.
Oh, I believe it. I mean,
They were fucking just nuts.
nobody. That's why when I was homeless, it was one of the most terrifying, humbling experiences. But the thing is, right? Like homeless, majority of them really do want to like get their shit together.
Right.
It's the other ones.
motherfuckers.
The other ones that just don't. They don't care about none of that shit. The only thing they care about is their next fix. Those are the ones that are scary. Yeah.
And yeah,
And I dealt with a lot of them.
I was like, fuck that. I'll take my chance with nature.
Yeah, that's true.
And I remember one time.
Do you ever remember that story where that guy that was jogging up in a park, I think it was in Irving, ended up killing a mountain lion with his bare hands? Remember that story?
Yeah, but it was a baby mountain lion.
Yeah, it was it was a juvenile.
Yeah,
We're not gonna say
my
baby.
yeah.
It's not like he took a cub and was like, "Little bitch." No, it was a juvenile. Like it was, I was like, "No, you're not." You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it was a juvenile. Like it was still good size mountain lion. I don't want to take away from the guy. It's still a mountain lion at the end of the day. It's not like he's drowning puppies. Like I did the Lord's work. You know.
Right. But yeah, no, I remember that. Yeah. It was
Yeah.
all on the news, and I was like, and they were like, he left with scratches, and I was just like, fuck.
He got lucky.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna tell you, he's even said, "I got lucky because that thing could have killed me."
Yeah. Bro, my first instinct is to run, and especially with nature shit.
Yeah, the flight is strong with you.
I don't know, bro. It's like my adrenaline pump. I see it, and I'm booking it, but deep down, I know like this is. I probably should turn around and try to choke whatever this shit is. If it's a bear, just I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I don't care if it's a brown bear. All that shit will leave my head. Okay, am I supposed to stop and run?
I don't know. I think I let nature take its course. There was a video of a guy who was jogging through the woods, and a big ass brown bear came out of nowhere, like right out of the bushes, and he turned around and went ah, and it took off.
I would have shit myself.
And then he stopped for a second. He was like, oh, "Holy shit!" Like it really dawned on him what just happened. And I was like, "Yeah,
I would have shit myself.
yeah." You would have ran.
Yeah, I would have ran.
And it'd have been a total opposite.
Yeah, I would've
of
been dead.
What was supposed to happen?
Fred Jackson was mauled by a bear. That would have been me. He tried to run and did not work out for him. It's exactly what would have happened to me.
I would have made a shirt. It had your picture, verses, and then a bear right here, and it would have been like R.I.P. Fred.
Right.
That would have been the shirt I made in your memory.
My instinct is to run. I don't know.
That's a.
And it's
I get
weird
it,
because
but it's a bad
only
idea.
with nature shit. If it's like if I'm in the hood and motherfuckers start shooting, like I can.
Fred's like, well, let's see how this goes.
No, not even that. It's just like
I want to watch.
I can be in a situation where like two people are shooting at each other, and I'm like, oh well, I'm in a safe distance. I'm good. But if it's like nature,
So you just stand there and watch the shootout, see who wins.
probably. I've done it before.
Oh yeah, you got him good there, Jamal or whatever.
I've seen people get shot at, have a shootout, and I'm sitting here like, damn. But because I know I wasn't in danger, they were shooting like this way, and I'm like off to the side. So I was like,
Bullets are too random for me.
I mean,
I'm not gonna watch a shootout.
I didn't choose to watch it. I was heading in the direction they were.
Well, I mean, yeah.
So I was
it's
like,
Memphis.
I
So
stopped and I was just like,
there's
oh,
that.
shit. And they literally was like, they one was in a car and one was like on a porch, and he drove off, and I was like, I'll take the long way. He turned around, was like, oh, well, that just happened. I'm not gonna go that way. And I was just like, doop, doop. But yeah, nature, I don't know. Just my instinct is to run, even though that would probably lead me to my death. Oh.
Yeah, I think most of there was a guy that was being he was being stalked by a mountain lion. They ended up having to shoot it.
Yeah, I remember that one. And he started rubbing it at the end. I didn't want to shoot you, and I'm like, bro, I would have, pow, bitch, I told you back up.
Yeah.
I would have shot it again.
Well, the thing is, because I think it had cubs nearby. That's the hard part about it, is like, because nature's doing its job. The mountain lion's doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, but if you're walking the fuck away,
right?
like, bitch, go back to your cubs. Like,
Right, but it's, most predators don't walk away
Right.
like that. When they see it as predator, they see it as it's
threat,
circling around. They're going to keep doing what they have to do to keep their cubs alive. I get it.
Right.
As a guy that's been in nature multiple times, I can tell you I get it. But at the same time, then it becomes a me and you situation, and I choose me.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure.
Yeah.
sure.
Fuck you.
No, for sure.
'Cause at that point, it's,
I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna let this mountain lion kill me for its cub's safety. Nah, fuck that. Bye.
Yeah.
And then
Now
I'm
we'll
gonna
just
shoot you
hand him
again
over to the
because I didn't
SPCA.
want to, but bitch, you made me. Like,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Now we'll just hand him over to the Wildlife Foundation or whatever. Let them raise him in captivity or
yeah. I remember that video.
make a Tiger King documentary out of it. I don't know.
He went up to it, was like, he shot it in the face, but it wasn't square. It was kind of like, it looked like it went in the cheek and maybe like turned or something. But he walked up to it, was like, I didn't want to. Like, I didn't want to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I'm sitting here like, I would have shot that bitch again. Bow! Fuck! I don't want to! Bow! I didn't want to shoot you, animal. Bow! I didn't want to shoot. Bow!
You gonna reload on it too? Goddamn.
I don't know. Like, bitch, I told you. This is a warning for our couple's gonna go back. Okay, don't fuck
What you made me do? Like, you're that guy.
Yeah, for sure.
That's 100% you. You're that guy.
I'm for sure that guy. Especially, I don't know. I love animals. Like I want to be a veterinarian when I grow up. So it's
Every fucking body wanted to be a veterinarian. Nobody. You know how many veterinarians we have versus how many wanted to be a veterinarian?
not that many.
Yeah.
But I truly wanted to. After Shadow died, I was like, I was that kid.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was that kid. I'm gonna stop all puppies from dying this way. And that was me. And I was like, if you look at it, that pushed me harder into my school and sports shit because I was like, well, my dog just died. I want to get other people to not feel like this. So yeah, I want to be a veterinarian.
That's fair. Most people's dog dies and they're like, I'm going to write a country song.
Right. Or get another dog. I was like, fuck that. Nope, I want my dog. So I don't know. I love animals so much that if I have to take animal life, like it's like, fuck, I don't want to.
But you're going to make sure you empty the clip into it.
Yeah. Just
reload and then add a couple more.
I didn't want to.
For the emotional distress it's caused you.
You made
I
me
see.
do this. So
Makes perfect sense.
It's like if a bear comes up to you, and you shoot it once.
Wouldn't matter.
I mean, after
you'd have to hit that thing with a Creedmoor.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like after you killed, let's say you shot it up and you've killed it, might as well empty it. I'm gonna let my rage out because I didn't want.
I don't think you fully understand how strong bears are.
No. I understand, but let's say you're walking with the AR, right? You're walking with the AR.
What round?
I would say 5.56, but 5.56 isn't strong enough. I would probably
308, maybe.
Really?
Maybe.
Maybe
their skulls can deflect 44 mags. Yeah.
What the fuck?
If you look up the density of a bear skull, it's super thick. Like they're damn near bulletproof. Now, the way they hunt them is crazy because I watched bear hunting videos before, and the way they do it is they sit up on a ridge way off in the distance. I'm talking they're hundreds and hundreds of yards away. The bears come out in the open because they bait them out. And once they bait them out, they lay down with their rifle and they have their tripods out and they lay down kind of like crouched up like a sniper. And they lay it out and they watch and they have to, elevate, like do math, shit, cool sniper stuff that, we know nothing about. Right. And then they watch and all of a sudden, bow. And they watch, and it hits the bear, and the bear will take off. 9 out of 10 times it takes off. Now, sometimes when they're hitting it with a heavy enough round, like we're talking like Creedmoors or fucking 50 cals, like it's some heavy rounds. Like these aren't little tiny pellets. These are fucking huge. These bullets are big. They hit it, and they sit there, and they're like, all right, yeah, I got him. And everybody waits. Nobody moves. They sit there, sit up on this ridge for 30 minutes to an hour. And then when they see it's not moving, it hasn't done anything, and nothing else has came after it, like wolves or whatever, right? Then they get up, pack up all their stuff, and they take that long hike over there.
Oh, damn, I didn't know that.
When a bear's coming at you, it's a lot harder to get that shot off. It's a lot harder to get ready for the situation.
Right.
And bears are sneaky, man. Believe it or not. They're pretty sneaky.
No. I remember there was a video of a guy who was in a tree, like one of them hunter posts.
Yeah.
And he was just literally, oh, fuck. It was a whole bear climbed up under it.
And then it got right in his face and was kind of like curious about what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, and he was just like froze because
he had a gun
on him, but he was
what are you
like,
going to do?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You could put that thing to its face, pull the trigger, and the bear's just going to get pissed off. Yeah. And to believe it or not, there used to be bears that were bigger
Yeah.
than grizzly bears. There were bears that were like Kodiak bears, and they were huge, 7-8 foot tall animals, like over 1,000+ pounds of just solid animal.
Damn.
Yeah, man, bears are scary. They're terrifying.
Yeah.
Between bears and wolves are the two most terrifying things to me. Mountain lions and stuff don't travel in packs,
No.
so I know you got one or two around. That's doable because they can take them down with rounds.
Right.
But a bear, nah, son, nah. Because even if you shot that motherfucker in the eye, you got lucky. It still can survive it and
Right.
be pissed off enough to come maul you to death.
Right.
They're like big giant tanks.
Yeah, that, I don't know. I would, like I said, everything would, even if I, I don't know, if I had a pistol, I maybe would try, but I would still run first. Oh shit! Wait, I got a gun. I pray. I would be praying. And, hope.
You might get lucky, but that's one of those 50-50 chances. I just don't take that chance.
You know something? Since we're on the like gun thing, something I figured out that I didn't know was a thing until last week.
What?
I didn't know dummy rounds were a thing.
Yeah. Some people use them in clearing challenges. So there's some people that have they'll load a clip and they'll load a random dummy round in it without knowing where it's at. And then they switch the clips around and they load it into their AR and they go to fire. And as soon as the dummy round hits, it'll lock it causes a jam. And they use it really fast to clear the jam. That's how they get used to clearing their weapon quick.
Oh shit!
Yeah, a lot of military will do that, and some law enforcement, and there's a lot of civilians that do it too with dummy rounds.
Yeah, I went to a friend's house recently, and she was just showing me her gun collection. I was like, "Oh, you got some sweet shit!" And she handed me her AR. He was like, "Here," and I was like, "Damn, it's a blackout, sexy." She had it like red and maroon. It's like a dark red. Red. It was like bright red and like a dark red, and it looked like a fucking Call of Duty gun.
Yeah.
And the sight, everything, the barrel. I was like, "Bro, this shit is sick." And she was like, "Yeah, shoot me." Huh? Excuse me?
No.
I swear to God, she said, "Shoot me," and I was like, I had the gun in my hand. I'm like, "What?" And she was like, "No, it's fine. Shoot me."
No.
And I was like,
that's a setup.
"No, I'm not. I'm confused. Where you want me to? You want me to say
You're out
yes?"
of your
No.
fucking mind,
I was
lady.
like, "No." And she was like, "All right, here, put it to the roof. Shoot." And I was like, "No, what?" And she was like, "Give me here." And she showed me, and I'm looking at the bullets, and I'm like, "You're showing me the clip. I don't understand what you're showing me." She was like, "They're dummy rounds." And I was like, "What the fuck is dummy rounds?" And she was like, "You can pull the trigger no matter what, and they won't fire." And I was like, "No, I don't feel comfortable." She said,
She needs to practice gun safety because something's wrong with this lady.
She was.
I don't care how safe the gun is. You'll never say shoot me. That's stupid.
She was very safe with the gun. She made sure that was.
Obviously not. She said shoot me.
So
what if you would have just forgot you put the wrong clip in?
No. She made sure before
I
she
don't believe
before
that.
she handed
None
me the
of that.
gun. So
there's no such thing as
before
making
she
sure.
handed me the AR, she went and then handed it to
This
me.
is how you end up on CNN
So-
right here doing dumb shit like that.
She passed it back to me. She was like, "Trust me, they're dummy rounds. If you pull the trigger, nothing happens. The bullet will just come out. It will come out. That's it." And I was sitting here still, the rifle pointed up, and I'm sitting here like, this does not, because she has upstairs. So I'm like, this does not feel safe. She's just pull it, and I'm sitting there pulling the trigger, like, I'm pulling it, but not enough to like pull it back.
Applying pressure.
Yeah, I'm applying pressure, and I'm sitting here like, I'm nervous as fuck because this does not feel safe. And she's like, "Just pull it," and I'm
I would
like,
never do that.
I went, and the bullet just flied out, and I'm just like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And I was like, "You can have this back. Here's your bullet." I'm going to the living room. I sat there, I was like, "Nah, bro," because it felt, I don't know, bro. It felt like I was going like, "Pow!" But yeah, I was just like, "Nah, bro." That made me very.
That's
nervous.
not the dummy rounds that I know of. The ones I know are literally rounds designed to jam. That's what it's there, so you can clear your.
They're rounds. They feel like regular rounds.
And then my neighbor has some where he has set targets all around his house. And he walks through and he has a clip full of these dummy rounds. And all they do is they shoot like this tiny little, I don't know what it is. It's not even a BB. It's just like this little paint or something out of the bullets. they're fairly inexpensive considering what they are, but they're used to train. So like as he's walking through his house and he's doing his thing, he sees the target. He's like, bam! His wife set up the targets. That's a whole thing going on in his house.
But yeah.
Scary shit.
Yeah, man, I was fucking terrified. I was like, "You want me to do what to you?"
I'm not
the
doing
first
anything.
time she said, I was like, "Yeah, this is right." I was like, "Yeah, this is right. Shoot me." And huh? What'd you say? I was like, "Nah, fam, I'm not doing that." She was like, "Nah, it's fine. The dummy
It's
round."
like, shoot me. Oh no, it's a dummy arrow. You're fine. No, bitch, that's not how this works. Like, I'm not doing that.
What the fuck? And she was like, "No."
Drown me. No, it's dummy water. It's fine. Just all of that sounds like a really bad idea. Like, it's breathable water. It's perfectly fine.
Shoot me up. It's dummy heroin.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck?
Line it up. It's dummy coke. It's fine. You'll be perfectly fine. Everything's gonna work out just fine.
But yeah, I was extremely nervous. I was like, "Huh? You want me to do what I did?"
All of that sounds like a bad idea. I don't know. She needs to learn gun safety because that's
No. She made sure, like I said, she made sure it was the dummy clip. And I was like, "So what happens if someone breaks in?" She said, "Oh, here's my real clip. 5.57. Oh no, it wasn't 5.57. It was 7.62, I think."
Oh yeah, them
And
the,
I was
them
like,
bad boy rounds.
the blue, the tip of it was blue. I was like, "Oh."
Oh, with the blue tips?
Yeah, I was like, "Oh yeah."
I got the green tip ammo. Green tips known that they're used to go through car doors. And the reason I have them is because of if anybody was to like be behind my door, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's going through some shit.
I was like, I wouldn't trust. I'll be so nervous that one day I'll be like, "These are the dummies round, right?" Bang! Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
And now you're on news.
Right. So I was like, but
And the apartment complex is mad at you.
yeah, because you just shot through the.
Yeah. And now they have to buy the neighbor a new fridge.
But yeah, man, I don't know. That's the problem. I didn't know dummy rounds were a thing. I thought I knew rubber bullets, and I knew like ammo, regular ammo, exploding ammo, piercing ammo,
Incendiary
shit like-
rounds are
yeah.
cool.
I knew-
Not as cool as I thought. So remember when they did the whole dragon's breath thing? It was phosphorus. I think it was white phosphorus inside a round, and it was used to catch something on fire. I wanted some so bad because I was like, that would be the coolest thing in the world. And then when I actually saw them in use, they're useless. They catch the ground on fire more than they catch anything else on fire. Now it will like catch your shirt, but you could do the same damage, if not more, with a slug or a buckshot. So it's like there's no point in having
I
this.
guess for the actor effect, I guess.
Well, I guess it would work really good for people with body armor. But see, that's the thing that like body armor's not a cure-all.
Yeah, true.
Because even if you get hit, it's still gonna knock you the fuck out.
Oh, for
It may
sure.
not kill you, but that round's
Shit
gonna
gonna hurt.
Yeah. So Russia came out with a bulletproof helmet. So they said they could take a 50 cal round and and keep going. And I'm like, that's cool and all. But when the guy wakes up,
Yeah.
he's either gonna do one of two things. He's either gonna know how to play the piano all of a sudden,
Right.
or he's gonna be brain damaged.
Right.
Because there's no way you're going to survive that kind of hit, the
impact.
shock alone. I mean, when you see a 50 cal go off, I don't know if you ever watch YouTube videos on it, the shock wave alone, if you've ever been in a gun range with somebody that had a Barrett 50 cal, the shock wave hits you when you're behind them. So that bullet hitting, the bullet's this big.
Yeah.
That alone, that's gonna knock you the hell down. Like I don't care what you're wearing. I don't give a shit if you're wearing 55-inch steel.
There was a YouTuber back a long time ago
I don't know how
who
you do that. That'd be impossible.
he was shooting one and exploded and almost killed him.
Well, there was a video that I shared many times. And every time it comes up, there was a guy that was downrange. He was shooting at a steel target. It was about, I think 55 or 75 yards out. He fires the round. The round pings, comes back. You hear the whoop, and it hit his earmuff.
Damn.
1 inch, and that would have been his face. Yeah. So he fires the round. Pow! It goes out. All you heard was ding. Zoop. That's what it said, and it said poof, and blew his earmuff off.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
That was the deciding factor of me not getting one.
Damn.
I told you bullets do weird shit, man.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah.
That's why when everybody talks about the Kennedy thing, they're like, "Oh, Kennedy didn't die from one bullet; it was a magic." But nah, I believe it because bullets do weird shit. A bullet can hit you in the neck and come out of your foot.
Yeah, I've never
They
understood
do
that.
weird shit.
I
They
never understood
bounce.
that.
They do stuff. Bullets do whatever they want to do.
Yeah. I've never
Yeah, there was a
understood that.
detective who was trying to solve a case about a guy who had got gunned down in the middle of the forest and nobody could figure out where the bullet was. So he goes out there. I mean, they had experts like looking, to see trajectories and this and that, and they couldn't figure out where the bullet was, right? So the detective goes out there years later. We're talking years later, right? And he goes out and he starts looking around. He uses the angle and he goes, okay, if the bullet would have hit here, where would it have bounced? Okay, according to the weather at the time, and he did, this whole thing, right? Ends up finding a bullet lodged 300 yards out on another tree. It was lodged in a tree way the hell over there. So he goes in there, he gets his knife, digs the bullet out, finds it. They end up matching it to another gun. Got the guy. Damn. But it took years because no one could, everybody, they don't understand bullets do shit that doesn't make sense.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That's why I'm like so scared to get hit with like a 22. Like
that's a great point.
Good.
That's
Get there, God.
They used to call it the hitman's favorite round or some shit, or the hitman's round, or the hitman's gun, something like that. Because it would go in, but it won't exit. But what it does inside your body is just ridiculous.
Yeah, I had a friend in Memphis. He was telling me the story about his older brother dying from a 22. He got robbed, and they shot him once. They shot him in the hand, and they were like, 3 hours later, the bullet traveled from his hand all the way to like get to where his heart
Probably
is.
a fragment of the bullet.
Fucked his shit up, died. And I was like,
I believe it.
Damn. And he was like, he was fine. He literally like bandaged his own shit up. And then later they went back and to check on him. He was dead. I was like, fuck.
Fragments, bullet fragments are another thing.
I was
like,
God.
Like hollow points. So you've seen a mushroom,
Right.
Because that's what they do. When they're a bullet and then they mushroom in, and it's used to just punch through everything, right? And they turn into what looks like a little mushroom,
Right. Yeah.
right? Well, they have like RIP rounds.
Yeah.
Those are meant to whenever they hit something, they break off. So they hit at the target, whatever the target is, and as it hits, it breaks off into pieces, and those pieces go flying everywhere.
That's why they call them RIP, because them bitches just...
That's not what it... No, the RIP does not stand for rest in peace. It stands for something projectile. I don't remember what, but it was a good play on... It was a play on RIP. I see what they did, right? Okay. But I think law enforcement tried to get them banned at one point because they were like, they do too much damage to somebody. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like doctors were like, they hate these rounds, but they're really good because they're not a high grain round. They're not meant to travel through you, through the next person, and hit the kid behind that other guy.
Right.
That's not what they're meant for. They're meant to hit you and then you only. They don't come out the other way. But what the bullets do when they go in there and fire off in a different direction, those fragments turn into fragments. So it fragmentates, like, because if you look at a round, at an RIP round, maybe we could put one up here so you can see what I'm talking about. So it has these little slits in it. On top of that, those 3 slits right there, like they go in a circle to make a bullet, right? Those 3 slits break off to 3 pieces each. So once it hits, it travels into like 21 different pieces and just demolishes everything in your body.
Damn.
Yeah.
I thought they were RIP because they just leave a big ass hole or something.
No. And I have one, but I don't want to show it
because
I don't want to, I don't want YouTube to start freaking out because they freak out over stuff like that.
If you can show pictures of shit, but you can't show.
Yeah. You can say the N-word, but don't you ever show an RIP round. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, like the certain rounds that are designed for different things. I move more towards like home defense rounds and stuff, but I do have other ones.
Right.
Just in case. You just never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
America.
Right. But yeah, that completely threw me out because but the dumber round looked like a round, but the back of it was like inward. So like where it would hit the pin and it's just the back of it was like caved in, like they designed it to be like kind of hollow. And it's just literally all it does.
It's still just It just takes one day where you just
fuck up and forget that wrong clip. But so her
happens
actual
all the time.
Her dummy round clip was like matched the gun color, like it was like a burgundy color, and her regular clip was like how the color of your gun, like that sand brown color. Yeah, that was her regular clip. So I guess she was like, okay, well,
I don't never do that.
Yeah,
I never do that. I always take gun safety to like an extreme measure at all times because you don't know. You know what I mean?
But yeah, that freaked me out. I was like, I'm never gonna do that again. I don't. Just going through the process of pointing it at you and shooting, even I know there's nothing gonna happen, feels so weird and like off.
I would never.
And it like
never do that.
Deep down, it like made me feel like bad. I don't know, not bad, but like it didn't feel right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It felt like I was shooting you, but there was no.
That's how you know you don't have what it takes to be a hitman. That's how you know. Any other psycho would have been like, pull it, pow. Oh, oops.
Yeah, I know for sure that I could kill to save my life, but I'm not sure if I could kill.
I'm not so sure now, Fred.
I don't know. There's a few people in my life that I was like, I think I could kill that person. I think I could get. You deserve it.
How would you do it though? Are you gonna shoot him?
Probably, yeah. And which is probably a bad thing to say. I'm probably cut this part out, but like I don't know. There's a few. Everybody. Hold on. No, I'm not the only person. There's everybody that there's one person that you'll be like, if I could kill, and I can get away with it.
That's why we need a purge day.
Right.
That's why we need a purge in America.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a couple people on my list that if the police were like, hey, you could kill this person, you can get away, and you will no jail time. I'll be like, can I go get this person?
So
now?
what if the police told you that, but it was like not the person you wanted to kill? It was just like somebody random.
Then no, I wouldn't do it because
like that Red Button movie. Remember that Red Button movie?
Yeah.
Where it was like you hit this button, a random person dies, you get $1 million. You'll never know who it is.
I would probably hit it like 10 times. I'll be like, really? Okay. Make sure, start calling my people. Hey, you done? You good?
Everybody good?
Everybody good. There's another one, TikTok. He was like, if you hit this red button, you get $100,000, but you take a year off. No, it was like you take a year off your life. The dude was like, he was like, dude, are you for real? I was like, damn, bro, you fucking savage. He was like, oh, really? I was like, what the fuck is he going through?
A lot, apparently.
Right.
He said, I don't even care about the money. I just want the years off my life. Get this shit over with.
Yeah, but I was like,
be really fucked up is like right before you hit the button, you just died anyway.
Right, yeah.
Or you hit it one time and it's like, that was it.
Damn, you only had a year left.
You only had a year left, damn. And you wasted it hitting a button.
Right. I mean, you got $100,000.
Yeah, that Red Button movie was weird because I was like, would you though? Would you really?
It depends on everything. If they say, all right, the whole world, the whole planet, one person dies throughout the whole planet every time you hit this button, then that narrows it down. There's a slim, very, very, very slim chance that somebody I know is going to die.
Unless it was a setup the whole time.
If it was a setup.
And every time you hit it, it was a new family member.
I'll be like, damn. Well,
or it was like kids in an orphanage somewhere in Africa.
Well, then, yeah,
and every time you hit the button, you're just dropping little kids left and right.
I wouldn't know, though. So I think I could. I don't know. It's like
turn on the news. It's like random, like just 5 to 7. Nope, now 12, 14 kids now died. 17. We're up to 21. Tom, 21 kids in Africa have died already, and we don't know why.
I don't know. I feel like I could not sleep. I would be able to process it if I didn't know who. If it was like, okay, you push this button, you get $1 million every. Let's break it down. Let's say you
only get to do it once. That was the movie.
I don't know. I'm just saying, but
you hit it every time.
What if somebody came up to you and was like, you get $100,000, right? Every time you hit this button, but someone you've met in your whole lifetime, people you've met. Someone will die every time.
Oh, there's a good chance one will be an ex.
But it could be your mom. Could be somebody you met for 2 seconds in middle school. Could be somebody,
That's true.
Could be somebody hey, what's up, Mom? Oh, my name is John. Oh, my name is
I have
Chris.
way more exes than family members.
So
the numbers outweigh. So we gotta be all right.
I don't know. What if it's me or
that would suck because who's gonna edit this video? That's the thing. It's like I got to do all the work. Fuck, it's not even worth it. No. Well, I got $1 million. Maybe I'll hire an editor.
No, it'd be 100,000. So
that's weak.
Yeah. So I don't know because
I hire an editor for a day. I guess at $100,000.
Unless you just go the next day, like I'll be back and just start meeting. Hey, my name is Chris. Oh, hey, my name is Chris. Hey, my name is Chris. Just meeting just a bunch of random.
Start meeting a bunch of random people.
You go to a fucking NBA
Go to a
game.
fucking triathlon.
Right.
With like 100,000 people. Go to like a NASCAR race.
Right.
Just meet everybody
That's
there.
what I'm saying. You go to like a NFL game. You stand in the middle of the field. My name is Chris.
Little kids like, I want to meet you. No.
I'm gonna take a look at you met that person because well, not really, but yeah. I don't know. In that situation, I probably won't push it because I'll be like, fuck, because.
So you're cool with killing kids in Africa. It's just when you draw the line when it comes to people you know.
Yeah.
Starting to see who you really are, Fred.
What? I don't know. Man.
Starting to see who you really are. 40 people have now died.
No, see, I want to push it.
In this
I know I need about 4 to 8 million to get me where I need to be. So I'll be like, I push it 10 times. I'm over where I need to be. I'm good. I know I could probably flip. I say probably because I could probably flip. If I have 10 million, I got 3 million to try to flip into something where I'm making way more money. So I got 3 million of, I say, money that I could burn. The rest of the money, I know I'm good, but I'm gonna use 3 million to fuck up, or like, oh, I hit, now I'm fucking a billionaire, or 3 million to fuck up. I'm making restaurants.
put it all in an index fund.
No, I would be trying to make businesses. I would start making a security company, restaurants. I'm trying to make a 5-star.
Think if I had $10 million, I'd just retire. I don't want to make businesses.
But
I'll put $2 million into an IRA and deal with that later. That'd be my retirement, and go buy a house and just retire. Like, what's the point of making all these businesses? That's just more work I have to do.
I will put people in spots.
Go buy a couple 4-wheelers, have a couple, have some fun, enjoy my youth while it's still here.
No, I would try to do like, so something I realized earlier. Domino's, right? Domino's started out in 1960, which wasn't really long time ago, and it started out as this guy wanted a pizza place, made him a pizza place, and then by 1980 he already had like some across America. And like that's how I would picture. I would start it.
Well, you could do that in the 60s.
Yeah,
Can't do that shit now.
I mean,
It's almost impossible to make a franchise now.
if I'm 10
You
million,
have so many different obstacles you have to jump through.
I'm
I
3
mean, if you have
million-
all the money backing, I guess it'd be easier
that's what I'm saying. So
than it would be if you were just a single guy with like, a little to no income, start a shack, take that shack, turn it into a building, that building turn it, that flip is long gone.
yeah, no, I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, everything is backed by investors now. It's almost impossible to do that, to live that American dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That's how I picture it. Like, oh, great granddad Fred, he made this billion. Now we're set for life. Yay! So
Yay, we're just going to blow all his money.
right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Hey.
Now you have
I'm dead,
snot-nosed
so-
kids just fucking
I'm
running
dead.
around.
So how can I be like, that's my money? You think the people who run Walmart now really care about? Well, I'm pretty sure.
What Sam Walton wanted?
Yeah.
No, they didn't give a fuck what he
Yeah.
wanted.
Yeah. He's
Sam
dead,
Walton would have never treated us like this.
right.
They would have never treated us like this. We have to check our own shit out. We have to go do our own shopping, check our own shit out. Now we're getting letters in the mail saying we owe money or we're going to get locked up for some shit that we forgot to scan.
Right.
We weren't trained on this shit. There was no seminar. There was no online YouTube video. Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck Walmart. Yeah, Sam Walton would have never did us like this.
Probably.
He would have never did us like this.
I don't know. I want to be able to make
Stopping us at the door to check our receipt.
right. You don't even, bro. This happened to me recently. I actually was like, you know what? Let me see. Let me see what she's gonna do. No, check my receipt. I walked by. I was like, okay, well, I just got that paper plates for free then. Just to see.
I wouldn't have said anything because that's just me. Because they be, they sending tickets in the mail and shit. So
Oh, really? Oh, whatever. I actually told my supervisor that a couple days ago.
I feel like that's not even fair because they're not paying us a wage to do this.
Right.
We're not getting discounts by self checkout, and it's not saving any money because they're actually they're spending more money, or they're making more money right now than they ever have.
For sure.
So to be fair, I don't think it's so much free plates. I think that that is your compensation for having to work. That's what I think it is. Yeah, that's your
Okay.
compensation.
I'm gonna use that next time I rob a bank. This is my conversation for
I'll make it worse like that.
They're gonna be like, Okay, we understand, sir. Put your head about it.
Yeah, you needed $2.5 million in compensation?
Right.
Yes. For a $5 deposit?
Right.
You don't understand my struggles.
Right. But yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
That's how I look at it. Like those bell peppers, they weren't free.
Right.
That was earned.
Right.
That's how I look at it.
Right.
Yeah. That's my opinion.
Yeah. I just look at it, man. Y'all make so much fucking money. What the fuck? Y'all mad at y'all?
Well, they're losing a lot of money too. They're
True.
losing over $1 billion+ a year.
But they're still
But that's their fault.
Yeah.
You left us to do the work. Like
right. Hire more fucking workers. And
I don't
open
work
every
for
line.
Walmart,
Right.
but I do when I go shop there. That's the fucking weird part. Like I didn't know there was no W-2 form. We didn't
Nothing.
fill out taxes and nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know what my deductibles are.
No, they make you check out your own shit now.
They make it, yeah. I don't get health insurance. There's no vision. Dental sucks.
There ain't no dental.
I deserve to be compensated. That's how I look at it. Like if you are going to put me to work in the United States, right? Then that means I need to be compensated with some form of currency,
Right.
whether that currency be an item or money.
Right.
But either way, we don't get stock purchase options. Nothing. We get shit working
Which
at Walmart.
I don't. Who the fuck want a stock from Walmart?
But the thing is like we didn't even ask for this. No one asked for this. This is
Right.
something they did themselves. They were like, "Hey, I have an idea. We're gonna make all these poor people that shop at Walmart check themselves out, and it's gonna save us a lot of money over time."
Yeah.
And now everybody's stealing, and they're like, "What? How could they, bitch?
What the fuck?
They were stealing before you did this. What the fuck did you think was gonna happen when you left the clowns in charge of the circus?"
Well, no. Maybe if we put one person there for like 6 machines.
Yeah, some old dude that's like 104 years old checking your receipt, can't even read it, don't even know what's on it.
Right.
They don't even read it. They literally look at the receipt. No, okay,
Yeah.
you're good.
Yeah,
Sometimes they're just like, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah.
give a fuck. They're making $5 an hour. The fuck do they give a damn?
Literally, I wanted the lady to be like, "Oh, these paper plates are on." Oh, because I wanted to pay for them, and she was just like,
You didn't want to pay for them.
"I didn't," but I
You
would
don't have to lie.
I would.
You don't have to lie to save face.
I would have if I had gotten caught. I'd have been like, "Okay."
But here's my question. What the fuck are you going to do, bitch? Even if I don't. Like, even if I, like, oh, you didn't pay for this. Oh, really? Oh, that's a damn shame. What are you going to do? You're 98 years old.
Yeah, true.
You'll break a hip trying to get out here to me.
It was an old. It was an old black lady too. And she was like, "Have a good day." I was just like, "Okay."
Like, what are you going to fucking do?
I think they only check for like big shit, but why would I need a receipt if I'm? You know what I'm saying?
There's no loss prevention. The fuck are you going to do? And then they had, like, I know our Walmart has security that rides around.
Really?
Right? Yeah.
Like, what do you mean security? Like
In a truck. And he just drives around.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that.
And hits everything in the parking lot. This motherfucker's been in 5 accidents in that fucking parking lot alone. I swear to God.
On a boring ass fucking job, just riding around in the parking lot all day.
But the thing is like if everybody in America decides to rob Walmart, the fuck you gonna do about it?
No, nothing.
And nothing. And that's exactly what's going on right now. Everybody's robbing Walmart. I know we're not the only ones.
I know.
Everybody's taking. You could say what the fuck you want and be the Jesus freak you love to say you are, but at the end of the day, them diapers be free, bro.
Yeah.
You know what the fuck you be doing.
I don't think I know one person that at least has stole something from Walmart once. I think everybody I know at least done it once.
Everybody
on
in
purpose
America.
or accident. Or
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be purpose. It's gonna be an accident.
I remember I
You just forget
did
to
it on.
scan something.
Remember we went to Terrell and we went to Walmart. I put on a hat. And I
Oh,
put it on.
yeah,
yeah.
I ain't gonna say which one, but yeah, I remember that.
I put on a hat, bro. I walked out that bitch and I went. I was like, "Oh shit!" And Chris was like, "Huh?" I was like, "Oh shit!" And he was like, "You didn't pay for that." I was like, "I forgot I had this bitch."
Yeah,
on.
I was like, "Well, get in the car."
Tag on and everything, bro. I forgot.
I was like, "Just get in the car." We ain't,
You think I was gonna go back in? Hey, that's hot. I'm that pet. No,
Well, you fucked me out of my microwave, so yeah, I would imagine that would be exactly what you'd fucking do.
I was like, "Fuck it, no."
Man, that is not the right. Fuck you.
I didn't pay for this hat. I'm forcing myself. You have to. No.
They would have. It's terrible. They would have jumped you. Get him. That darkie's trying to steal.
Right.
You'd have loss prevention beating the shit out of you with their little fucking nightsticks.
Right.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah, you don't want that. That and Terrell.
The
If it was Mesquite, you could have got away with it.
Mesquite, they wouldn't have cared. They'd have been
They'd
like,
have been like, whatever.
"You came back." It's just,
You're like,
you came back,
why are you here? You already made it.
right?
Who the fuck turns around and comes back? They had to clown the shit out of you. This motherfucker trying to be all fucking nice and shit.
Right, trying to be a law-abiding citizen.
Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, I think the microwave thing, it was one of them things where
It was one of those things where you're like, I don't want Chris to succeed.
No,
so I'm going to
I-
make sure he fails.
I actually wrote a joke. I was starting a process of writing a joke. I am what you call a daydream snitcher.
A daydream snitcher.
If I get the daydream and something happened, I will say what's happening in my head, but it will come out my mouth at the same time. So that's what happened. Because I remember the situation. You were scanning. I was staring, and it was one of them things where I was like, "Damn, that's not supposed to be the right price." But the chick was close enough to hear it, and she was like, "Huh?" And I was like, "Fuck."
No. It's better. Because he won't tell you the real story.
No, that's what happened.
He was daydreaming. That did happen.
I was
and he
daydreaming.
said, that's not the right price. Then he turns around and says, ma'am, excuse me, that's not the
No,
right price. And I was like, bruh.
I swear I didn't.
Well, he did. He legit did. You did.
Well,
And I was like, what the fuck?
I was daydreaming.
Now,
so
mind you, it's fine. Whatever. I still
I paid for it.
not, but whatever.
I don't know. I was daydreaming, so I was kind of like, I was on autopilot. I don't know. And it was like, I guess the
I
Caucasian.
need you to get a hold of yourself.
the
He almost did it to me twice. The second time, he shut the fuck up. But the first time,
what
he
was the
got
second
me.
time? I don't remember.
I don't want to incriminate myself.
No, you're good. You're good. But
I
yeah,
just know it was
So-
almost twice.
I'm right now writing that joke. I don't know the punchline and stuff, but yeah, I'm a daydream snitcher. If you
Well, that would be the punchline.
okay.
That could very much be the punchline. So,
So-
you don't want to leave with that. You end with that.
Okay. But yeah, so yeah, don't do anything around me while I'm daydreaming. Yeah. But yeah.
It's best to leave Fred at home.
No, I'll come.
Leave your Freds at home. You know, not all Freds are created equal. I'll tell you that
I
much.
don't know. It's like when I see people still, I'll just be like, yeah. But like I said, if I'm daydreaming,
You know something that happened at Walmart that really pissed me off that I still have to this day? My buddy had brought his AR. We were all going to go to the shooting range. So we had to go buy 308. So I'm like, all right, go to Walmart, pick up a pack of 308s, which were, by the way,
expensive as fuck.
fucking expensive. $64 a box at the time. They were
Yeah,
fucking
no, I'm good.
expensive. So get out to the parking lot. We didn't make it to the range. We got to the parking lot, like literally walked out the door. I look at the rounds, I turn around and I said, oh shit, these aren't 308s. These are 30-06.
I think I was there with it was.
So we can't use 30-06 in a 308. Anybody that knows anything about chambering rounds knows it's not going to happen. So I go back in and I say, hey, he gave us the wrong rounds. They said, well, we can't take them back.
Yeah, you can't exchange them. I was with you that day. Yeah, I was like, what the
So
fuck?
I have 2 boxes for no reason just sitting.
It was me.
And it's stupid.
It was me, you, and Ray, I think. Or is, no, it was.
It's my buddy Cody.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember.
I was
'Cause-
like,
'cause
I was so bad.
we drove there in this minivan, and I kept thinking, why the fuck does he have a minivan? Yeah, but he had
Yeah.
all his guns in the back.
He does. Buff ass security guard, owns 1,000 guns and just all about America. Lives on a native land, drives a minivan.
Minivan,
You
yeah.
can't make this shit up. I swear to God.
I swear, I thought he would have a dually, anything. Nope,
Anything
I walked outside.
with some balls behind it. No, he's
That's
driving
your
a
car.
fucking minivan.
Yep, and I'm just like, okay. Okay.
Slides the door open with
Yeah.
force. He's just like, get in, boys.
And I'm just
Like
like-
it's the fucking A-team van and it's not
Yeah.
soccer
it-
mom Honda.
It definitely threw me off because how he described him is exactly how he looks. And then you walk outside. Is that a minivan?
Oh, fucking Cody's funny.
But yeah.
That dude's
I remember that
hilarious.
day because I was like, damn, they can't take a back. And they were just like, we can't do that. But you gave us the wrong fucking box. Like,
Yeah. I told him exactly what I needed. And he grabbed them, set them down, and then I think he grabbed, because we had bought 4 boxes total, so I only had 2 of the 308, and the other ones were 30-06. So he fucked up. And then now that's my fault all of a sudden.
yeah. Well, I remember I was, well, can't we just like exchange them? Just give me the right box and I'll walk out? No, can't do that. It was just like, what the fuck?
Yep.
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 Yeah, I remember that. I was just like, fuck Walmart.
Yeah, well, that's how I feel. Fucking Walmart.
But yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So, daydream snitcher.
Yep.
That's what you are. And you know what? I forgave you, but it still hurts every time you bring it up.
I understand.
I still feel like I could have got a
understand.
$5 microwave, but you had to say something.
I understand it.
No, I was just like, why? What was the point of even
understand.
bringing your nose into my business? Like, what was
Understand.
the purpose of it?
I understand your feelings.
I've never seen anybody caring so much about what I pay.
Yeah.
You're a caring Karen.
Not even
That's what
that,
you
bro.
did.
It's just I was daydreaming, and I
No.
I don't know what the fuck I was thinking about. I was just like,
I don't even know how we got onto this subject.
I don't
Oh, it was about stealing from Walmart.
yeah, fuck Walmart. Yeah.
So they are sending out and issuing warrants for people who have stole over a certain amount of items or a certain amount of money per item, and it can't last forever. What are you gonna do if none of us show up?
All right,
Yes. What are you gonna sue the entire population of
I'm right.
the United States? Like, what do you think the end result's gonna be? You think we're gonna continue to shop if you keep locking us up for fucking up? Do you do that to your employees?
And I know a lot of. Man,
You know how much they steal?
Yeah,
Man, your employees steal way more than we do.
yeah. I remember I was at Walmart. I'm not gonna say names because they may still be employed, but I remember I was at Walmart and one of they were taking the shit off the truck and the container they had was broken. And I remember something happened.
Uh-oh.
Is it still recording? Yeah, it's still recording. Something had fell out, and
I can't hear anything.
You can't.
Nope. Uh-oh. Fred broke it. Oh, no.
Can you hear anything now?
Nope.
That one was mine.
Yep.
Can you hear now?
No, it's still plugged in. No, I can't hear shit.
Oh shit! I can't hear anything either. Oh, there it is.
I can't hear a damn thing. Did you turn me down all the way? Is that what happened? We should have just left this damn thing underneath the... I'm going to put you a table, like, right beside you.
You can't hear anything now?
No.
What?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, as long as I'm talking, I guess that's all that matters. We'll figure the rest out later. Did it unplug here? No. Let's see.
Oh.
Oh, I guess that'd probably be why.
Oh, yeah.
There's your problem. Yeah, there it goes.
That one goes to the other one. I forgot to unplug it. My bad.
Yeah.
So that's there. I'll do this.
That's
But
a
yeah,
good idea. We should probably just keep that down there.
something fell out, and I think it was like a bag of chips. It wasn't even a bag of chips. It was a bag of something. And all I remember, he was like, "I'm gonna set this back here, and I'm gonna take this home." And I'm just like, "Cool." I mean, I don't know what you. Hey, you can just take it. No, I was just like, "Okay." And he took that bitch home.
Did he split it with you?
No, I forgot. It wasn't anything edible, but it was a bag of something. It was like a bag of something, and I can't remember exactly what it was. It was a long time ago. But I was just like, okay, whatever.
I don't know. Their employees steal way more than we do. And I just don't like the idea that they're locking people up for this shit.
I used to go steal the cookies from the bakery.
Everybody stole those damn cookies.
Hey, y'all got any fresh cookies back there?
I steal cookies
Appreciate
right
you.
now. from
And
the
I'll go to
bakery.
the break room.
My wife stole a big giant block of cheese. So it was funny because my neighbor smokes cheese and I make smoked mac and cheese, right? So I needed a big block and it got to be a giant block to smoke, right? So I sent her to the store. She goes to Walmart. Nobody's behind her counter. She stood in there forever. She talked to somebody. They didn't come and get it. So finally she said, fuck it. The case was open. So she just grabbed the block and walked off. Got to the cheese aisle and found the block I usually use. So she put that one down and picked it up. So we don't know what happened to it. It's the lost block of cheese. Will forever be a mystery what happened to it. But she did.
Damn.
Yeah. There's only so much
All right.
bullshit somebody could take before we're just like, all right, you know what? I'm done with this shit. I'm moving on to something else.
I've done
Yeah.
that.
Fuck you and your cheese. Fuck you and your stuff. That's how
Right.
I feel. I don't like the fact that the consumer has, well, for one, consumers in the United States have doubled and tripled from the 60s and 70s to now. Everybody's consuming everything, right? There's a market for everything. But the thing is the way we're treated as consumers is ridiculous. I told you the Sam's Club story, right? No, I'm sorry, it was the Costco story. So Costco, they check you out. You don't get to check yourself out. Even at self-checkout, they still check you out. Push our card up there, $200, $300, $400, $500 fucking dollars worth of shit. It was a lot of money, right? As we're getting out, there's a line out the door where they're checking receipts. Why are you checking receipts? They checked us out. Why do I have to be held accountable for your work? This is your people. You work here, not me. So my question is, what would happen if they didn't scan something? Who's getting that ticket?
Probably your employee should,
but who are they really realistically going to give it to?
The person.
You.
I'm like, bitch,
I didn't. Yeah. You know how Sam's Club shit works. Yeah. There's no bags or nothing. Like everything is just. If you don't have a box for it, then you take it and now you're riding with a jar of pickles strapped up to your seat. That's just how it works. You know what I mean? Like you just put a seatbelt over it and keep it moving. That's all you can do. There's no bags. They don't have anything. So I don't like the way that consumers are treated in the United States, especially when it comes to stuff like that. And it comes to simple shit. The same way where we have to go shopping. We have to shop all throughout the place, get everything that we want, bring it up to the front, and now we have to check it out. And then we have to be accountable for everything that we have shopped for. There's no accountability that falls onto the company.
For sure.
And then when it's all said and done, what they do is they'll send you tickets in the mail saying, oh, yeah, by the way, you forgot this. And now you have to be subpoenaed at court.
I feel like there should be if it's over $1,000, sure. Because that's $1,000 to 100,000 people who steal $1,000, that's a lot of money. But if it's like, if I stole a bag of chips and you trying to come after me for $7 worth of chips, what the fuck?
I'm going to mark plot of this. But see, the thing is it's not even, this is already annoying me. It's not even the fact that you stole it. It's the fact that you forgot to, to scan it.
Right.
You have 100+ items. You're not going to get all of them right.
Right.
I don't care who you are. And even if you do, cool, congratulations. You're a professional self-checkout employee.
Right.
But the thing is for the rest of us, I mean, we're not perfect. So even if I forget something, simple, a Snickers bar or whatever, you have the right to come after me, motherfucker. I don't work here.
Right.
You do.
Yeah. I don't know. I get, it's like, they are the only people who can change that. Start putting people on the register.
But they're not going to. They don't, because they're going to make more money doing it this way. Think about it. Now they're going to make money suing you.
Okay, so I don't know. Suing me for, I don't know. I just
for stupid shit. Yeah. And they're doing it all over the U.S. This isn't like it's a conspiracy. It's really happening. And there's got to be somebody from a state or a government or something needs to step in and be like, we can't do that. There's got to be something against that.
I mean,
there's got to be like an accountability clause or accountability act, where that puts the consumer. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna help the consumer.
You really? I don't know. I don't think that ever happened. These billion-dollar company
here's an easy one, right? Stop shopping there.
Yeah,
that's the main thing. That's what I have done. Yeah. I don't go to Walmart anymore, and that's exactly why.
I'm starting to get there because now it's like
if there's a self-checkout, I'm not going to be there.
Really?
Yeah, I'll spend the extra money going somewhere else where I'm treated like a human instead of going in there treated like a fucking criminal.
Because that's kind of basically what they treat you.
They treat you like a fucking criminal when you're there. There's any place that's going to check my receipt on the way out the door. Target don't do that shit.
Winco don't do it.
Yeah, Winco doesn't do that. None of these, other places. Aldi's don't do that shit.
What's the other place I went to recently? HEB?
HEB?
Yeah, they don't do that.
Dope little place.
I love HEB. Bro, that shit was packed like a fucking club. I was like, oh, what the fuck? This is no. Yeah, I fuck with HEB. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They don't do that shit. You have other options. Take them.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. I'm not going to go anywhere where they're going to treat me like a fucking criminal and I'm spending my money there. I'm paying y'all salary for me to do my fucking, like all the work. No, fuck that.
I just think Walmart.
My grandparents would have never, ever agreed to that shit.
I don't know. I just think Walmart's just so worried about money. So they're like, what's going to save us money? And what's going to make us money?
You see what they did? They shortened the aisles.
Yeah.
So now you can't even get 2 carts in an aisle anymore. And they did that like they're like, oh, if we shorten the aisles down this many inches per aisle, we can actually get this much more room. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then so therefore we can add more shit into this into the Walmart. That's what happens when you get college educated people that know everything about the world, and we don't know shit.
Right.
And now they're just driving themselves down into this hill because there's only a certain amount of time before people just stop shopping there. And we're not gonna. No one's gonna continue to keep going.
I don't know. There's always gonna be
Not
people.
everybody, because you're always gonna get those few that are like, I don't give a fuck what they do. They go, you gonna get those. That's fine. But the rest of us that understand the power of the consumer, we're the ones that are gonna be like, yeah, fuck that.
No, I look at it like this. There's always gonna be a rotation of generations. So I don't know. I just look at it as like companies who've already set in stone are always going to be there because there's somebody who's going to go there. Now we may get to the age where we're like, fuck Walmart. I'm not shopping there. But
Already there.
But there's always going to be people that's going to shop. It's kind of like the Call of Duty thing. Call of Duty don't care because there's always somebody going to buy the game. There's somebody who's going to buy the skin. There's somebody, even if the game is dog trash, there's somebody that's going to do it.
Yeah, but after a while,
No, they don't care. There's someone that's going to do it.
I think after a while, people are gonna get tired of it.
I mean, I think Call of Duty wise, we've been complaining since what, 4 years?
Yeah.
The last good Call of Duty was what? Black Ops 2, maybe. Playable.
Debatable.
The last playable.
I
Call of Duty.
I get your point.
See what I'm saying?
This new one's not bad. I don't think it's that bad. It's not great. Just not.
It's bad to me. It's just a bunch of.
It's just like every other Call of Duty. If you jump in halfway through the game, you're not gonna have a good time.
I just look at it as like it's a bunch of sound whoring.
But it's also
Count.
pay to win. So
Yeah, for sure.
that's
But yeah, I don't
that's
know.
another thing.
Back on the Walmart thing, it's just like there's always going to be
But
people that shop there.
the thing is Target doesn't do that.
No.
And now, granted, Target is a little bit more expensive.
Yeah.
I will say that much. Yeah, you're right. I'm not gonna debate that. But Winco's cheaper, and they still don't do that. HEB is cheaper, and they still don't do that. So you might have to make a couple extra trips, but you could skip Walmart. Hell, half the shit you can find at Walmart, you find at
everywhere.
Dollar General anyway. It's the same shit
Yeah, I don't know.
with a different sticker.
It's just Walmart lately. It's just, I don't know. I haven't walked inside of Walmart in months. It's been months. Every time we go grocery shopping, I just let my wife do it because I just don't want to go to Walmart. You trying to go to Walmart with me? No. No.
Walmart used to be cool back when they were 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
They used to be able to make those 2 a.m. Walmart trips. Those were fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But those times are gone. So
I don't know.
the new era is just blame the consumer. That's the new thing. It's like we spend our money at your place for you to lock us up for it. That's kind of how I look at it. Mistakes happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
don't know.
I get what you're saying. It's just like I feel like Walmart's always going to be. What the fuck is it? UFO? What the fuck? I'm not sure if y'all heard that, but what the fuck was that? It vibrated the whole.
What the fuck
Is
was
that
that?
Is that a plane?
No, planes don't fly that low.
I don't know.
Not
Fuck.
over here.
Oh.
We have helicopters, but helicopters have never done that.
I don't know what the fuck
We have a
that
helicopter
was.
fly around all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was. If y'all,
He said, "Was it a UFO or something?" What the fuck?
it vibrated everything. It just, you could feel it. I was like, what the fuck was that?
I wrote a UFO joke. I don't know if I told you that or not. I'm gonna read it, see what you think of it, because I haven't actually tested this. I haven't open mic'd it. I haven't done anything to it. I literally just wrote it and then moved on. Let me see if I can find it real quick. The UFO balloons are just like our politicians, full of hot air and owned by China.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah. Oh, did you know? I don't know why this just popped up in my head, but did you know? North Korean, what's his name?
Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un put a bill in, not a bill, but like something into where his.
I was going to say he doesn't need a bill. He doesn't even have a parliament.
Not a bill, but like he put something like basically, if something ever were to happen to him, if he dies, they're gonna nuke America.
What happens if he dies of old age?
They're gonna nuke America.
Well, then we might as well just kill him.
He,
What are we going to lose, L.A.? Fuck it.
it was a YouTube video. Now you shouldn't trust everything on YouTube. But the guy was
Oh
like,
wait, no, they're not on the side of L.A. No, they would. It would be like New York.
so it was.
You don't want to kill that many people.
It was
That's a lot of
basically.
people.
It was basically. I don't know why it just popped up in my for you
I don't even think
page.
he'd make it.
But it was basically talking about Kim Jong Un's family. Apparently, his older brother
Douchebag.
wanted to go to Disney World, and like he broke the law by going to Disney World, I guess. And so they sent him to prison, and then Kim Jong Un got him killed so he could take the throne.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
And I was just like, yeah. And then they were like, yeah, he's got a clause, or not clause, but he's told his military that if he were to die in any war or anything, that America has something to do with it, and they're gonna nuke America. They said if he falls, they're sending missiles. Like if he trips, and there's a war happening.
If he has a brain aneurysm or falls in some soup.
They're firing some shit off. And like I said, I'm not sure how true it was, but it was in the YouTube video, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, and I was just
You heard about what's going on with China, right? China, Saudi Arabia, Brazil, and was it Brazil? There's a couple other places have all made a treaty to trade, kind of like NATO, but not NATO.
So they made their own NATO, but not
Kind of, yeah. And they made a deal with Russia, so they're going to all be doing trades together. It's basically what they're worried about now is oil, of course. So it's all under oil.
Man, at this point, let's just go ahead and stop.
So they're
doing
talking
this.
about everybody's scared of World War III,
Let's just get this shit over with,
and
please.
that's kind of where I was at. I was like, man, can we just do this already?
Right? What the fuck?
But let's do it in a way where like not 1 million plus people have to die. Why don't we do it this way? Why don't you get your best fighter? We get our best fighter, right? And then, China gets their best fighter, and we all go cage match, round for round.
Yeah.
And we just find out who's better. Whose dick's bigger? Let's just do a dick measuring contest and get it over with, right?
Yeah,
You whip out your little 3 inches. America whips out their 8. Russia with their 5. Kim Jong-un with his 16 millimeters. Right. And we figure this shit out. Like, let's just whip them out. We'll Snapchat them.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't know.
let's get him back in. But we need Obama back in office before we start, showing.
We need Trump. Trump. Yeah, I like Trump.
You like Trump's dick?
No, I'm
more
saying,
than Obama's. I think Obama has a bigger dick than Trump.
Oh no, you're talking about dick size.
I'm talking about having a dick measuring contest.
Don't care craziness.
No. If it came down to wartime, yeah, we definitely need Trump
in this bitch.
Didn't he get indicted?
I think they dropped the charges.
Oh, that's right. They did drop the charges.
The guy quit.
Hey, he fucking resigned, you little bitch. He was like, I publicly resign now.
Yeah, fuck this job.
Man, it's just wild.
I couldn't get the charges to stick, and because of that, fuck this job.
I wonder what the fuck they had on that guy to make him resign.
Probably everything.
They probably caught him with a hooker. And fucking, you know how they do it.
Yeah,
they're slick. Put drugs in your system and fucking let you go into a room, and all of a sudden they just start snapping pictures of you doing shit you didn't even remember.
See, that shit wouldn't bother me. I'm like, oh, he caught me with a hooker. Release it. Where's the picture? Here, I'll do it. What the fuck? What the fuck they gonna do with me? Police Captain Force was caught with a hooker, and I'm like,
right.
Hey, what you want me to do? Hey, I got caught. What the fuck? That was scaring me. What they gonna do?
I think it tarnishes your reputation in the public eye.
I don't give a damn.
But at the same time, who gives a fuck?
Right? What the fuck?
What, like half y'all's husbands don't be fucking with hookers? If the thing is like if y'all wasn't fucking with hookers, it wouldn't be hookers. Motherfucker, like y'all are all doing it. It's not just me. She said she swallowed. Just imagine that press release.
That shit wouldn't bother me.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Right, man. Fuck that. Hey, it is what it is. Exactly.
I did with that man though. That was a fact.
Do you have anything to say about your
anything
actions?
you say at this point forward is going to be a hate crime?
Right. Your hooker allegations. Hey, it is what it is.
Fred is a politician.
Alrighty now.
It is what it is.
What the fuck? Hey, it is what it is.
Fuck him. Like I don't know. But yeah, the thing is like if there was ever a point where we needed we would need a psychopath like Trump.
Yeah, Trump would definitely.
Trump did some shit that we didn't even know he did until it was out of office.
I knew it was for real when they were like, yeah, we bombed that motherfucking Russian dude. Just sent a drone over there and fucked his car all up. I was like, damn, what the fuck? And I was like, damn, Trump really did that shit. Then it was like, fuck it.
He did more than that. Do you hear what he did to that terrorist leader?
Mm-hmm. No, I remember. Yeah, but I was
so
just
he
like,
did his
fuck.
Oh, the people that never heard this story, it's on TikTok too. Like you can see it, but I remember hearing about it in somewhere else. But either way, what he did was he contacted the leader. And he was like, I'm warning you right now, any more U.S. troops die, and you're going to get hit harder than you've ever been hit before. And the guy basically said, you're bluffing. So Trump sent him a picture of his house.
I would be like, you're right.
Swear to God, I'm not even making it up. I swear to God, it's true. And then like right after that, nobody died. No U.S. soldier died at all. They were like, okay. Not his little hideout. His house where his kids live. Like Trump was not playing. He was definitely about that action.
I give it to him. He's definitely crazy enough to do some shit that nobody else would do.
Man, that motherfucker was
It's either him
wild.
or Bush, because Bush was dumb enough to do some dumb shit.
Bush did a lot of dumb shit.
Yeah, he was dumb enough to do some dumb
He
shit.
hated terror. I don't know why. I never understood what terror did to him. But terror must terrorize his whole family because he hated it. The thing about Bush was, I really do. There was too much conspiracy backing that guy for me to ever vote for another Bush. I don't care, Jeb or otherwise. There's just too much going on with your family. You got too much like money and oil for me to, As soon as we get a Bush in office, all of a sudden we're in war.
Yep.
It has nothing to do with oil, but oil keeps getting brought up.
Right.
So it's like that's too much for you guys.
Yeah.
Trump didn't want any of that. Trump was just like, fuck it, I'm here.
y'all
Trump
want
just wanted the media. He hated the media. That was the thing. He didn't like the way the media treated everything. And the way that they always push a narrative. So that was his thing. He was like, false news, fake news.
Right.
They're all liars.
Right.
They don't know the real truth. I have the greatest numbers.
All right.
That was his thing. He was full of himself. I'd rather have that than a guy who's legit going to take us to war for oil.
All right.
You know?
I don't know. I think we didn't, bro.
We need anybody but Sleepy Joe.
When
That's
Trump was in there, we didn't have any of these World War III. He was shaking hands with Putin. Like, motherfuckers didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfucker didn't give a damn about nothing.
They was like, Trump was shaking hands with Putin.
The way he called Kim Jong-un tiny man.
Right.
Oh, that shit was funny.
Man, get no fuck.
He didn't give a fuck. He was just like, every time he fired off a rocket, that motherfucker would fire one back. Like, what are you going to do?
What you trying to do, my boy?
Spending billions of dollars just on a pissing contest. It was the
Right.
funniest shit in the world. You just can't help it but laugh at it. Sometimes it's just...
Hey, sometimes you need a motherfucker like, you know what? Bitch, if you want to do this, let's do it.
That's how you fight a psycho is with another one. That's the key.
Soon, fucking Sleepy Joe got in that bitch. World War III. We're sending nukes. We're sending nukes. I'm just like, bruh. Trump would have been like, oh, you're sending nukes?
Yep.
It would have been like, oh shit, he actually sent one.
Yeah. This motherfucker ain't playing. Look, the way I look at war like this, right? War should be, if it's going to be between nations, nuclear weapons shouldn't exist anyway. You know what I mean? I don't know. Let's take it back to the World War II days. Boots on the ground type deal. Shoving it down their throat. Bombings and shit.
Napalm and all
All
that
that.
shit.
We need to bring that. But nuclear weapons decimate states.
Yeah.
And it leaves like this long effect of like you can't even, like Chernobyl's a perfect example.
you
Like you
still can't
still
go
to this day you can't go because the nuclear waste is so bad. Like that on itself should be illegal. They should disband all nuclear weapons and kill all the scientists that know about them.
It's always going to be that one country like, well, we ain't going to disband ours. And they're like, what the fuck? Well, I'm not disbanding mine.
It should have never been.
You think if everybody disbanding all their nukes, you think North Korea going to be like, we'll disband ours? Nah, they going to be like, Kim Jong, you going to be like, oh, word? I'm the only one left with them?
I just want to see him launch one and then it fails and drops back down on him and it just like it don't detonate, and kill off everybody in North and South Korea and plus. No, it just falls right on him and stabs him. And now like that is the monument in which they build.
No, no.
That's what I would like. Because he hides behind nukes. That's his thing. Like that's the only reason they're a threat. If he didn't have nuclear weapons, that dude would have been, his whole family would have been eradicated a long time ago. Ain't nobody scared of you, you little
I
pocket dictator. Fucking,
I was
you know what I mean?
this morning. I was just looking up a lot of. I don't know. My YouTube was just filled with North Korea shit. I don't know why. And I was watching it, and I'm just like, God, I couldn't live there. I would kill myself. You would have to, or they would kill you.
Yeah,
You try to
but
believe
there
it.
is a clause in South Korea that if you make it
Yeah,
from
you're-
North Korea to South Korea, they'll give you citizenship and a job and you know put you to work.
I literally watched a video where this whole family tried to escape from North Korea, and it was this man, his wife, and their infant daughter. And his wife was holding his infant daughter, and the guy like had 1 foot across, and he looked at his wife, was just like, "Hey, I'm out this bitch," and that was it. I was just like, "Damn."
Why didn't she cross?
Because they grabbed her.
Oh, they got her.
Yeah, and they were in his head.
Somebody had to make it.
Yeah, he was just like, "Hey, I'm across, so
Toss the baby.
I'll catch it." And she was sitting there like, "Ah." He just like
He's like, I won't
No, no.
remarry.
So he got over, but his shoe came out. So he just like, okay, oh, it's that way. Okay, and just started walking. I was just like, damn.
I mean, what do? You
That's
have to
fucked
make a
up.
decision, right? Do you just die with the rest of your family?
Yeah,
Because you know they're gonna kill
Oh,
him.
no.
You're gas chambered.
Yep.
There's just Kim Jong Un's gonna hit the button himself.
Oh yeah, you're
You
dead.
don't play that shit.
And she was crying. She was the baby in her hand. I'm just sitting there like, damn.
North Korea does really crazy shit. They have they have a lot of grocery stores that have fake food in it, just to show the public that yeah we care.
Yeah.
That in itself is weird.
I was on Twitter recently. Right? And I guess it was some page. That's sharing like North Korea shit, and it was like Kim Jong Un, whatever his name is, shakes hands of soldiers who volunteered to enlist in the army, and it was and
Volunteer.
the comments was like, so you're telling me death or army? That's volunteering? I was like, I'll choose the army.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Because they would have just killed you. They would have got your whole family.
But that's the thing. Like, how are these people the way that they're treated? Right? I don't understand how they're still following this little dude. Like, I don't know how they haven't shanked this guy when he was sleeping.
It's just gonna be another one. Step up.
Yeah, but you can like, I mean, I don't advocate for killing anybody, but you could murder his whole family, and then
I mean, he killed his brother to keep the phone,
and then we can
which is fucked up.
get the Western world involved,
Yeah.
liberate,
I mean, I think they think he's a god and shit. So
That's a god. Then no, thank you. I don't want any kind of prayer.
while I was in
I don't want to worship anything.
when
if
I
that's
was
a
in
god.
Houston, I was watching a Netflix special about the dude in who had that cult and shit.
David Koresh.
Yes, and I was like, "What the fuck?" The lady who's in the cult was like, "Oh, he was my god," and I was like, "Bitch, are you stupid? Are you dumb?" Like, and I didn't know.
Have you seen the leaders of some of these fucking
Bro,
cults?
I didn't know they had a whole firefight and like shootout.
You're talking about the Waco incident.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
watching a documentary
I
on
was
that.
like,
Now, actually, it's on
fuck.
Netflix.
Yeah,
It's called
yeah.
Waco.
And I was like, "Fuck!" I didn't know anything. I thought that he killed all of them. No, they went out shooting. I was like, "Fuck!"
Yeah, they had like a whole. I think it was like a 7-day standoff.
It was all on the news and shit. I did not know that. I thought, no, I didn't know all that.
Well, to be fair, the FBI handled that really horribly.
Yeah.
Like that was not handled well at all.
For sure.
Like
they literally stormed his fucking.
yeah, they were taunting him.
Yeah.
They were. I mean, the U.S. government failed all those people, and then eventually they just burnt it to the ground. Like, well, the people inside burned it down, but you get my point. Like they all just
and the
killed
lady,
themselves.
The lady who was there, she was like, "Yeah, my dad got shot in the stomach, and he was in so much pain, and he kept telling the other people, kill him, and they wouldn't do it. So I shot him in the head in his. I was like, bitch, how you not in jail? You killed. What the fuck?
That wasn't even the worst one I've heard.
Fuck. I was like,
The worst way they got one lady, they got her to come out the house. They used their kid as leverage. So they told the kid, they told the lady, it's in the documentary. He said, no, what he needs is his mommy right now. Like, use the kid all against him. Gets her out of the house. They have a little meetup. She's hanging out with the kid, right? And then they go in and they say, okay, well, we need to feed him. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go take him to get something to eat. And as soon as they get the kid out of there, they arrest the mom and she does life in prison. I was like, damn. There was no mercy for those people.
I mean,
even the people that had nothing to do with nothing, there was no mercy.
Yeah.
Everybody was considered a target.
Yeah, I mean, if you follow a nut job
Well,
like him,
yeah, but, idiots follow people. What are you going to do?
yeah, it was fucking stupid.
If that was a thing, like if it was never a thing, cults wouldn't be a thing. Then there's still a thing to this day.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird shit that goes on with Mormons and there's name it. Like, Christians, all sorts of shit.
Man, man, when
These cult leaders, like, that's what you follow? Like, that's your guy?
He said,
look at Charles Manson. That's a perfect example of what the fuck? That's your dude?
He said, God told me to wait, so I'm not coming out. I would have been like, let's blow this whole bitch up. Fuck it. Hey, if he want to stay in there, let's blow it up. I'm tired of doing this. I
don't know, man.
Fuck. Hey, we got all the kids out. There's a bunch of adults in there. Fuck it. If they want to stay in there, let's set this bitch on fire and let them bitches come out.
Yeah,
I would have got tired.
Well,
of
the David Koresh one was with the Kool-Aid. Remember yeah,
that one.
They drank all
the Kool-Aid.
It wasn't even really Kool-Aid. It was actually an off-brand of Kool-Aid.
Right.
Flavor Aid. Yeah, the Walmart shit, Flavor Aid. Yeah, that's what they actually drank. But the thing is like that whole thing was just crazy to me because you literally force-fed your kid poison and then drank it yourself, knowing what it was. That's how brainwashed he had those people. To me, that is just...
I was just the 70s and 60s and
like
80s and shit.
Like, you're very much dedicated. I'll give you that much. Like, you're loyal, but you're also a piece of shit. Like, you're a loyal piece of shit.
That's like, I don't know. That's how crazy motherfuckers... I feel like if Christians tried to do some shit like that, I feel like just because how crazy some of these motherfucking Christians are, I think they'll believe it.
Oh, not even just Christians. Muslims.
Yeah. If there was a pastor there, like,
you can't get the Jews. I think the Jews are the only ones that aren't following nobody. They're like, that's too much money over here. I'm not following Scientology. You can get them. Yeah,
I feel like if
they're a cult.
If a pastor came to church one day and everybody actually believed everything he said, he's like, God came to me last night.
Oh yeah,
and he said, we have to castrate all our little boys, and everybody's like, where's my son? Let's go. Not like, hold on. Like, hold on, nigga, wait. He said, what that? Let's go. Everybody get your stuff.
Yeah. Little boys are like, wait a minute, we got what's castration mean? What does that mean? Is that like we get cookies? What is this? I don't like this idea. I don't like what you're doing. Why are you touching me? Why are you taking my pants off? What is this? You're not the priest.
Right.
I don't know, man. Like, I just don't understand how people can follow the stuff like that they do. Like, you hear about a lot of stuff. The Mormon church is another one with the whole having like 84 fucking wives and 610 children to one guy. And then I watched one documentary about a Mormon cult. It was exactly what it was. And the other guy was just the women that he was marrying kept getting younger and younger and younger.
Oh.
And it was like, you're obviously just on some pedophile shit.
I think I remember what
and it was just weird, like watching it. I don't know. As a dad, I'm just like, dude, there's no way. I would have yanked my daughter out of that fucking shit so damn fast. I'd have burned your whole fucking place to the ground.
Brainwash.
I don't care. I don't know. Just to me, it's just weird. Obviously, you got some shit going on.
No, it's around the time for me to help Denise with her
It is running up on a couple hours, so let's go ahead and end this. You have anything else you want to add? Shout outs?
No, actually, this was actually a pretty good episode.
Oh, yeah, it's fun. Shout out to Sean. Had a killer set last night. Next time he's back, we'll go over it and watch it.
Okay.
But I didn't want to do it without his permission.
Okay.
Okay, so shout out to him. Had fun.
Is it recorded or
Cheap Steaks? He sent me the video.
Oh, bet, yeah.
I'll show you after because I don't want to put it on air. Okay. And then we can go from there.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, but that's it. I think we're out of here.
All right. Peace.
Yep. Peace. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. I appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down on the bottom below. Also, if you're new, make sure you hit the notification bell so you're notified anytime new videos upload.
And also, don't forget to hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify. And for exclusive content, we also have a website, which will be in the description below.
Yep.
All right.
All right, we're out of here.
Peace.